It's the comic book show. It's the comic book show. It's the comic book show. Yeah.
Welcome back to Twin Galaxies Live, and you are watching the Comic Book Show, which happens here every Wednesday from 9 p.m. PST to 11 p.m. PST. This is where we've gathered an all-star cast of comic book experts to bring you this week's comic book news, reviews, previews, and discussion, and special guests.
What?
Yeah, we're gonna do a quick round of introductions. That was manic. I went, yeah, for no reason. No, yeah, well, I'm gonna talk in that voice the whole night. No? No.
Sure.
Sure.
It's Minnie and Mickey Mouse.
We're gonna
Welcome
start.
to Disney World, guys.
We're gonna start on this side. We do have one more host coming. He is late because he's at a movie premiere.
Oh.
That douchebag.
Who does that?
Yeah.
Movie premieres.
Like, what's more important than the comic book show?
Nothing. He's not a
Jeez.
real comic book fan. If he'd rather go to a star-studded movie premiere than hang out with us nerds.
Like
I
we're
know,
in
right?
LA or Hollywood or something. Who
Wow.
goes to premieres?
I know, it's retarded.
Skype is
Seriously.
like filled the fuck
Crazy.
up.
Hey, Skypers, how's it going?
Yeah, someone get into live Twin Galaxy. Oh no. Oh, sorry. Hey, the person in Twin Galaxies Live 7, you're probably gonna get booted. So
Hey.
get into Twin Galaxies Live 8.
So
Maybe, I don't know what Guru was trying to do.
we're gonna do a quick round of introductions, and then we're gonna do it again later when Matt comes back for the edit.
Oh, okay.
But
So you're gonna pretend like he was always here?
yes.
Oh, we should do
So-
that for me all the time. I'll just come in for like the last 5 minutes.
I have a question.
Sure, what's up?
Do I do the emphasized voice thing or do I just talk
No,
normal?
just be you.
Okay.
Just be you,
So I'm
Eric
extremely
Basaldua.
tired. Yeah.
All right.
I would
If
try.
you're tired, let it show.
Well, we're going to start on this side, and then we're going to do it again later, so you guys are going to get deja vu. But I'm Jennifer Zhang. You know me from such things as the Batsuit music video.
Take it
Also, other stuff happens here on Twin Galaxies Live. Or if you watch horror films, The Evil Inside was a movie I produced and wrote, and also was in, because I'm a douchebag.
There's no douchebags. There was. It's a bet.
That's the definition of a douchebag.
I'm going to skip to Lucas, and we're going to come back for the grand finish. How's that?
The grand finish.
That is Mr. Lucas Ackerman. He's the head of the movement that is 1 Million to Save Wolverine and the X-Men, a very, very popular Facebook page that you can join right now by clicking the link that's going to appear in the chat room. He's also the manager over at Ranker Comics, putting together lists, videos, lists of videos,
Yep.
videos of lists
Videos of this.
that are all comic related. He's done some work with Stanley's, with therealstanley.com in the past, and he's a consummate comic professional. He does some nice artwork.
Nice introduction for yourself.
I like that.
My head is about to explode.
And here in the center, our grand showcase here, this is Mr. Eric Basaldua. He is a cover artist,
AKA
aka Ebaz. Yeah, go ass.
EBAS. E.BAS is more. I'm more well known for that.
Oh, Ebaz, oh, really?
Yeah, it's because my last name is so long that I can't fit it into like a
Yeah.
page or the credits or anything. So we had to
Oh,
kind of J-Lo the thing together. So EBAS. Yeah.
Ebaz.
It's like your
nice.
superhero name.
Yeah, it's just everything I draw, I just stamp it, just EBAS. And they get that wrong too. Sometimes I'm EBAS.
Oh my goodness.
You know, it's
How many more
ridiculous.
letters do you have to cut out for them to finally get it right?
Not enough.
Those
apparently.
numbskulls. Eric, or Ebaz, is famous for being the cover artist over at Top Cow. He's done work for Zenescope. He's done work for DC. He's done work for, like,
Everything, Dynamite, Zenescope, Big Dog Inc., Aspen. I did a
Aspen,
whole
that's
lot
right.
of things for Fathom and Dynamite done Vampirella, Tomb Raider.
nice. Witchblade.
Witchblade, everything.
You
everything.
recently did a very popular Justice League cover that is now sold officially on, like, t-shirts and stuff as well.
It was actually really cool. I got text messages and emails saying they were walking down the street. Do I talk to you guys or the camera?
Oh,
Talk to
anybody, whoever you
I'd
want.
rather talk to you.
You could
guys,
talk to
guys.
us, you could talk to the camera, you could talk to the chat that's right there. Everyone can see
Hello, Guru.
Chimpy.
Oh, damn it! I try to be spontaneous. Yeah.
And Chimpy is calling you E-Badass.
I love
I
that.
like that.
How did you know?
Nice.
I think we've met probably.
No, Chimpy's one of our viewers and stuff, and he thinks you're a total badass. How's that?
It's happiness. Yeah, so they were walking down the street and like they saw the shirt like hanging outside the store, and I think it was like Hot Topic or something like that, and they were like, "Oh shit!" Like I know that guy. It was the Justice League one that I had done, you know. So it was really cool because my name's not on it though, I don't think. But like DC had like all of their art and everything like that, and they picked that one, you know, to send off. So
do you get a little something when they sell those shirts?
I haven't even gotten one for Christmas yet, so like I got nothing. I don't own one yet.
Hint, hint.
Yeah,
A
bastards.
wink, wink.
Damn you, DC. I'm on the Marvel side today.
Hell yeah! Hell yeah!
Well, Eric is joining us for the entirety of the show. You can ask him questions for the next 2 hours, and he will answer them about his artwork.
I got questions. Are we doing this now, or should we wait for Matt?
Asking him questions? You can ask him questions now, and we're going to show off some of your artwork at the end of the news section, which is coming up soon. But yeah, ask away.
Yeah, like, when did you first know that you wanted to be an artist? Like,
Oh man,
how young were you?
I was 8 years old.
Yeah?
I was 8 years old. When I first knew I wanted to be professional, like not just an artist, but around that time, like I was selling my first work actually at 8. Nice one, Jen. Smooth. She knocked her shit on the ground. I was actually 8 when I sold my first drawing for I think 50 cents, and to me, I could buy like 10 candy apples and like 6 feet of bubble gum. You know, I could get a couple of those. I think they were $1 at the time, maybe not.
Nice.
Now, did you know you wanted to be a comic book artist?
Yes, yes. My daddy was my first hero. He's the first guy I looked at and everything.
Is your father a artist?
No, unfortunately. This is one of his few life regrets. He just he didn't have the support of his parents like I did.
That's awesome.
You know, but yeah, at 8 I was doing like Daredevil, the Hulk, Wolverine. Like I was drawing like everything. Yeah. So at 8 I knew for sure, and that's when I was becoming dumber and dumber because like I didn't read anything in school. I didn't do any homework, and I just drew and drew. Yeah.
And it paid off.
8 years old. Yeah, luckily, thank God.
What comic books were you reading at the age of 8?
I didn't start reading comics until I was about 25.
Oh, really?
I was staying over at my girl's, one of my girls I was dating at the time, and you know, she's normal. She goes to sleep like at a regular time, and I was just standing there bored, looking at the ceiling. It was like 3 a.m. and I already looked at all the comics I brought with me, and I was just like, oh, maybe I'll read one of these. And I was like, oh shit, comics are cool. And I started reading more and more. So I just started reading. I bought comics only to look at.
Yeah.
Only to look at.
I feel the same way. Like my first comics, I just flipped through to look at the art. And then years later, I went back to actually read it.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Well, the worst part is that now I'm buying comics for art and for the stories. Just twice as much. It really sucks.
Yeah.
Well, Sweet Suki Pretzel here has a question. She says, do you have any tips for anyone that wants to be a future comic book artist?
She's right here.
She's in the chat.
Hello. Do I have any tips for a future comic artist? Yes. It's really not as complicated as you would think, but literally just practice. That's really all it is. But really quick, take your 3 to 5 top favorite artists, find out what do you think is cool about that art style, and try to incorporate that into your own work.
Yeah.
You know, like let's say like in acting, for example, like you like Nick Cage.
Wait, what? Who likes Nicolas Cage?
Whatever. Like he says like his line and then goes real soft, then goes real extreme at the end. Like if you take that little technique at the end and incorporate it into your own acting is an example. So like if you like the way someone draws supersonic blasts as an artist or whatever, like try to capture that energy and incorporate it into your own work. So your top 5 guys. And if you can't name top 5, then maybe you're in the wrong industry.
If you don't care about artists, you probably shouldn't be one.
Yeah,
right.
like if you can't name, like let's say you want to be an actor, if you can't name your 5 top favorite actors, then yet.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a sure sign.
Who is your...
Hope that helps.
Oh, wait, is there another question?
Oh, sure, yeah. Face Poppy's here wants to know, do you prefer drawing on paper or digitally? We're entering
Oh,
that
I'm
age.
old school all the way. Yeah, some people are really good at drawing digitally. It creates a factor of of no fear, because the blank paper is so intimidating.
Yeah.
You know, and with a computer you could just kind of erase, you know, knock a whole thing out. You can cut, move it down, zoom in, you know, that sort of thing. But it just, I can't do it.
Have you ever tried?
I've tried.
Yeah.
It's a gigantic pain in the ass. It's like eating with your opposite hand. You can do it, but it just feels unnatural, feels weird. It's just it's
I haven't even
ridiculous.
tried.
Interesting.
Or maybe have you tried it like with the other hand? Like it's the same thing.
Oh, like drawing with the other hand?
No.
Wait, yeah, I did when we went to San Diego.
Yeah.
Well, I tried to write with my left hand.
No, that's not what this gesture meant. I
if
didn't know
they
you eat that way, but
Let me see if they can crank the
if you
AC
try
in
switch
here.
hitting, I mean, it's the same unnatural feeling.
Who is your favorite character to draw?
My favorite character to draw was probably Witchblade.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's just that she's got such an organic costume. Like it.
You like to put in all the details?
Yeah, I can make up wings. I can draw like her with horns or like a sword. Like, it's unlimited. It's kind of like Green Lantern, how he can make up anything with his ring. Yeah.
Sorry, I was getting the AC going because I think we're all kind of, you know.
It's a little,
It is.
little muggy in
It
here.
feels like it's
Hot.
summer in here.
it's a little hot.
How many companies have you worked for? Asks Huddy. And how the packages ship? Packages have not shipped yet.
Oh,
We're getting our budget approved.
This guy knows Biblio.
Yeah, he's talking about jacking off. It's the internet. We're allowed to say jacking off, right?
Well, I was just trying to describe,
sure.
like, if you ever switch hit, like, it's very unnatural.
That's okay. So that's what you were talking about. Yeah.
Yes.
I was talking about writing with the different hand.
No.
Hi, kitties.
Aw.
We have an audience tonight, guys.
To design cover art, you must have access to the new comic vastly earlier than the others. How early do you get to see the comics? Do they give you the comics to read?
Yeah. If you get like a new project or something like that, they'll give you like a stack. Like when I went into the Aspen Studios to sit down and for the meeting for what they wanted me to do for their upcoming promotions or whatever, they gave me like a box of just trades and all the issues and everything. It was really cool. I mean, and all that free stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
Free stuff
but
is
it's
always good.
But it's specific to the project that you're working on.
Nice. Now, Sweet Suki Pretzel says, who's your favorite all-time superhero and why? And if I could pile on top of that, who's your favorite character to draw?
Oh, can I
You
share the mic? I'm
were-
definitely not a mic hog. Can we all talk about our favorite character?
Sure, if you want to. Well,
I could
but-
talk about my favorite character.
I want to say Logan and Batman.
Yeah, pretty much.
Or
How could you
Batwoman.
guess?
How did he guess?
Batwoman, yeah.
Are you a fucking psychic?
It's the body language. That's what it is.
Share your powers with me.
I could explain it to you, but I'd have to kill you. Yeah.
No, I don't want to die.
Sorry.
But
Not yet.
who's your favorite superhero?
Oh, you guys already went. Oh, Jesus. My favorite superhero is Thor because
Wow.
he could he's badass. He could kick everyone's ass. No offense. And like if
I'm sure I could kick my ass.
well, yeah.
Oh
Like
wait,
if-
he's not real.
Like
So no.
like if he sneezed, you'd vaporize, you know?
No, I'll just rip the piece of paper that he's on. Be like, boom, gotcha.
See, for me, the thing about comics, and this is going to be good. You're going to see a whole bunch of like, how dare you, you bastard, you should die. If it's a comic book where it's like unlimited budget, you know, $300 million worth of effects, there should be superpowers. I want to see guys lifting up buses and everything like that. Certain people like Batman that don't have any actual powers that like fly and stuff is hard for me to get into. It's hard for me to get into.
I think
Oh,
there's
Jennifer
a bum.
mad?
I think there's a bum fight going on outside.
You
Because
hear something?
this is where the door is for the
Yeah.
old door, and I hear people banging against it and like screaming at each other. The comic book show, everybody. The comic book show.
There's a hobo fight happening. Let's bring him in.
Sure, let's put them. Yeah, exactly. And Face Poppies wants to know if you've ever done any covers for novels, or is it just strictly comic books?
Biblio, I've never drawn anyone jerking off now.
I did see something with someone with a boner earlier. Should we? Do we have the slideshow ready?
We do have the slideshow, I believe, but we're going to do it at the end of the.
Okay.
Oh, we
Don't
can
get
do it
ahead
now.
of yourself. Don't get ahead of yourself.
Can we do it now? Yeah, let's do it now. What do you think? Yeah, you know what? Let's show off some of Eric's artwork.
Some people might not be.
Yeah.
familiar,
Let me warm up to this mic thing first. I think we're jumping too far into
Oh,
that.
okay, never mind. We're
Just in a minute.
Okay.
that's not one of them.
Oh, that's the Neo. That's the photo. Yay, you found it.
So Huddy was saying, hey Lucas, please see this. I saw those Santa Claus that you had on World of Heroes.
Yeah, I asked for Claus and I got Santa Claus. Should have been more specific.
Indeed. And that's a reference to, guys, if you enjoy tonight's episode as we go for the next 2 hours, check out the bite-sized version of it that posts to Stanley's World of Heroes YouTube channel every Monday.
We're kind of a big deal.
Kind of a big deal. Waste Deagle says, have you ever worked on a character of your own design? And if so, what kind of powers are we talking here?
I'm actually working on a character that I designed, and I'm putting it out. Issue 1 should be out like next week, actually.
Wow.
Maybe in a week and a half. And I used to drink a lot back in the day, and I was a huge fan of rum, and I've always wanted to do a female Captain Morgan. So there you have it. She's actually, her powers are really cool because she's got like a black eye with a crossbone here, and like that's kind of like the eye into your soul. Like she steals souls and she trades them for 10 years of happiness and like joy and everything that the superpowers that alcohol kind of gives you and everything like that. Like she's kind of giving it a mystical type of element.
Looking good.
There
we
he
have
is.
Matt. What the
Finally,
F?
Man.
Get in here, hurry.
Here.
We're gonna do introductions all over again, just so that we have some for this.
Sorry for screwing it all.
That was terrible. Hey, man, it's great to see you, dude. It's been so long.
Way too long.
Yeah, right.
You are red. Excellent.
He's gonna bring it up. Oh, sorry about that. It's toasty in here.
It's a little toasty, yeah.
So for continuity, we're gonna do a quick introduction, and then we're going to introduce Eric again, and then that's gonna be part of the whole thingy.
So we're going to do everything all over again.
Is that on the screen?
So
Yeah.
it is.
It's on the big screen.
So one sec, just for editing, guys. Sorry, Neo. Do you mind bringing us back into the main screen again? We're gonna do introductions again. Peek behind the kimono, guys. And then we're gonna pretend like this last interview, this part of the interview, we're gonna keep going with after this.
What's this?
Matt hype. Matt is looking sharp. What?
That's your Joker?
Yeah,
No.
Gaslight Joker.
So Neo, tell us more. Back up.
Great to see you, man. It's been a long time, man.
Sorry I couldn't be here earlier.
Clean intro. Okay. So, welcome to Twin Galaxies Live, where every Wednesday at 9 p.m. PST to 11 p.m. PST, we do the comic book show. We've gathered an all-star cast of comic book experts to bring you this week's comic book news, reviews, previews, and discussion. And also special guests. Quick round of introductions. Matthew Hiscox, Batman Deathwish, Jennifer Zhang. Wait, I'm doing it too fast, aren't I?
Yeah, a little bit.
Neo, are you catching up? Okay. Matthew Hiscox, Batman Deathwish, Jennifer Zhang, Batsuit music video, Lucas Ackerman, 1 million to Save Wolverine in the X-Men, and Ranker Comics. And our very special guest tonight, Mr. Eric Basaldua, who is a prolific comic art cover artist and also the top artist over at Top Cal for quite a while.
Yeah, I worked there for 10 years, and I worked for Zenescope for another 5 or 7 or something like that. And finally, I'm now my own boss. Like I'm trying to put out my own thing.
Very cool. You've done work for DC Comics, Aspen, just about everybody.
Dynamite. Aspen, yeah, DC. I've done Wolverine. You know, I drew a Spider-Man cover.
Jealous.
I'm jealous.
He's done the Justice League.
Totally jealous.
So he's going to be joining us for the entire show. So get your questions in, and we're going to get right into it. So now we go back. Now we go back to the interview we were doing. I know that's weird, right? I know that's weird. That's for editing, though. It's all right.
Wait, maybe they'll take a...
What did he say?
His message just got deleted, but he's like, does anyone ever draw a dog's dick?
Have you?
Is that a question?
I don't know.
Yeah.
So we're
Draw
going to...
God's dick? I would. It'd look like a lightsaber. Just like gold. It would be a gold lightsaber.
Would it have the cross guard?
Oh, no. Take out his legs.
I'm not sure what a cross guard is.
It's a new lightsaber for The Force Awakens.
Oh,
It has like a little...
yeah, absolutely.
additional
Because, you know,
It's a
of course
cross.
he's got a cross cock. I mean, that's just the way she's like, oh.
cross cock.
Prince Albert?
Yeah.
Somebody like that.
So we've got your art up in the middle screen here.
Oh,
and
that's
it's,
Wonderland.
It's showing off here. So as you can see, Ebaz here, as his fans know him,
Ebaz.
know him for his amazing artwork on the posterior. Is that fair for me to say?
No, that was terrible because you're a woman. I'm known for drawing just booties and boobs. That's my specialty. Like I could draw literally, which I have, just a butt, and It sells for hundreds of dollars. It's ridiculous. And I can draw the Flash, and like it won't sell at all for like $8 on eBay. Like nobody wants to see me drawing dudes in cock at all.
So
I knew this was going to happen, and I almost brought that sketch that you did of Batman way back when Coy did one, Peter did one, and you did one, because it's up on my shelf. And I almost grabbed it just to prove that you can draw other things than boobs and ass.
Nobody cares.
Comic ass, it looks so amazing, says Sweet Suki Pretzel. Guru says booties and boobs, I approve. Sweet Suki's also loves your Robin Hood.
Oh,
as
someone
well.
actually knows what they're talking about. Thank you. I designed that Robin Hood character, actually.
Tiny Wonder Lopez. Oh, it's Jackie says, I have a Magdalena cover that Ebaz did. There you go. The fans are
Back in
flooding
the
the
day.
chat.
I drew Magdalena when I was 19 years old.
Let's see.
Guru, we need to delete that one comment. Tiny Wonder Lopez. Vote DC.
I'll highlight it.
No, that's inappropriate.
They're on the screen right now. It looks like we've got that's one you did with Wolverine and the Hulk and which is that Witchblade?
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
Witchblade
Witchblade
right in the
Ghost
middle.
Rider.
That was back in the Top Cow crossover days with Top Cow. That's when I drew the Wolverine Witchblade crossover.
Nice.
So, I mean, oh man, that was a dream come true for sure.
Things like this
Yeah.
would never happen anymore.
Yeah,
like that.
Marvel and Disney, not so
Disney
keen on the
wouldn't let that
crossovers
happen.
anymore.
Yeah, that's
Unfortunately.
gonna suck.
Nice.
Now, are you at all involved with the Zenoscope going into production stuff?
No, I haven't done anything with them in a little bit, but I'm starting to get back into it. So
Okay.
no. But I did have a lot of input on their designs and their character designs and things like that. Because I mean, when the girl that said that they had my Robin Hood cover, like I drew a character with Robin Hood and I gave her a scar across her eye, you know, and knocked out her eye and like kind of synced it. Oh, Justice League.
Yeah, Neo, if we can pause it on that one.
There's that Wonder Woman you were asking about, right?
Yeah.
In the middle.
If we can go back and
Oh,
check out
Jesus.
that Justice League.
That one is my least valuable alternate cover I've ever done. That
Wow.
one is worthless.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Has it gone? Maybe it's risen up in value because of the TV show.
No, it's just because he's got a cock. That's all it is.
So this is
Straight up. That one's probably my second least most valuable.
really.
alternate, Yeah.
So this is your Justice League cover that you did that is now
It's
on T-shirts
It's
that you
on
can
a
get at Hot
T-shirt.
Topic.
I've seen it on a skateboard already.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really cool because DC doesn't really know who I am. They just saw the image. It's like, oh, well, this one's good enough. So they just throw it on there. And it was really cool because I found out about the shirt on Facebook through a lot of other fans. They're like, hey, congrats on the shirt and everything. I'm like, what the hell are you guys talking about? So I'm over there Googling it and everything. I Googled it myself. It was awesome. And there it was. And I'm like, oh, shit, that's awesome.
So wait,
awesome.
they saw this image
On a
and
shirt.
then they're like, we're gonna put this on a shirt, but they didn't even know who it was from. Did they even know?
I imagine there's a whole like wardrobe section, like, you know, hats, T-shirts, everything, and they got images probably just sitting around. They probably all just picked the one. I'm assuming that's how it went.
Nice.
But you did this for DC originally, right?
Yeah, that's for issue 5 of the New 52. That's the book that Jim Lee drew, and Arizello wrote it. No, Snyder.
Yeah. I think Scott Snyder was writing the first run.
No, that's the Superman one. Who wrote the Justice League run with him? Jim Lee. Anybody know? Anybody a fan? Jim Lee,
Yeah.
New 52.
His X-Men work, yeah.
Dick Hendry says that Flash cover needs more boobs.
Exactly. See?
Tiny Wonder Lopez says, look at the boobs on bats. Yeah.
Right. Well, he's actually spread eagle. He's got a nice crotch shot there.
He's got some pecs.
Chimpy G has asked the same question twice now. What's your method of getting such a grand conception of all the things you draw, and how long does it usually take? I think he's asking about your process for drawing. How do you get the idea in your head for what it is you're going to do, and then how long does it take to actually do it?
The grand conception.
That was very eloquent.
So you want me to tell you my secret to my mojo? No. Nice try, buddy.
Suck it. No, just kidding.
I have a question for you. Do your hands ever hurt for
It
from
depends
drawing so
if
much?
I switch, because I actually do draw with my pencil and erase with my right. If I could pass the mic to somebody else, I'm getting a little mic hog. It's crazy here.
Oh, well, let's do
the news.
the news.
Just do the
How's
news,
that?
please.
We're
Thank
going
God.
to do the news. That's so funny. He's our special guest and he's conscious about us interviewing him.
Yeah,
Go
I'm
ahead.
not used to it. It's ridiculous.
Aw, that's very funny.
Matt,
I don't read
awesome.
good, so
No worries. If you want to,
I'm gonna do the Batman
I got it,
Superman one.
okay. Awesome.
Do I need a Batman voice?
So let's start at the top.
Mercy!
Who wants to? You guys, this is the segment of the show that is called The Daily Planet. It is where we bring you.
Oh, you were doing good. Finish it off.
Okay.
You're doing the whole thing.
It is where we bring you this week's comic book news. So we span the entire gamut of comic book stuff. We have movie news, comic book news, any kind of other media. We cover it here. This is where you get caught up. And we're going to start with...
I'll do it. This is spectacular news coming right at you guys. So guys, this past week, a certain someone tweeted this picture. Let's bring that up, the first picture, Neo. Tweeted this picture saying, what did he say? He said something,
nice.
It's Chimichanga time. Hey guys, it was Ryan Reynolds. So people started to assume that maybe this was a hidden message that he's finally signed on to be Deadpool once again in the solo film that's announced to come out in 2016. And so a lot of speculation happened after that. But a few minutes later, Fox was sure to confirm it. And yes, he's coming back.
So he's both Green Lantern and Deadpool?
They're pretending that
Green Lantern
never
didn't
happened,
happen?
and they're pretending that Deadpool never happened.
And he was in Blade,
X-Men.
too.
Yeah, he was also Hannibal Caine.
Oh,
Blade.
that's right.
And on top of that, he was Weapon 11 in that other Wolverine movie that we don't talk about.
Yeah, he was
Well,
there.
he's a sexy beast, man.
was
I mean,
Deadpool.
take off
But-
his shirt and he's a superhero.
Yeah,
like
he
either
is.
way. So
Well,
Hello.
I definitely want to see him top this on the screen for the shirt.
Marvel Studios couldn't deal with Fox having the spotlight for too long, though. Soon after the announcement for the Deadpool casting, Marvel Studios not only confirmed that Kristen Ritter, there's a picture, maybe,
Bam.
Next picture.
All right. Anyways, moving on.
Kristen Ritter will portray Jessica Jones in the upcoming Netflix
Wow.
series, which will premiere in 2015. But Benedict Cumberbatch will, in fact, be Doctor Strange. That's right. Benedict Cumbersnatch, Dr. McDoodledatch is going to be Strangey McFacerson.
He's a strange face.
So, it seems that Marvel was sitting on the info just to release it to steal someone else's thunder. Sorry, Ryan Reynolds. Also,
right.
reports that actor Mike Coulter has nabbed the role of Luke Cage for the Netflix series, but nothing has been confirmed because we all still want Isaiah Mustafa to
Yes.
get the role.
Come on,
Yeah, what
guys.
the hell? His name wasn't even thrown up in like their wish list. Like, come on.
Come on
Like
now.
Stan Lee was like, he's Luke Cage. That
Yeah.
has to say something.
Come on,
Like,
guys.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
I think we all wanted the Old Spice guy to be Luke Cage. Would
Oh,
have been
nice.
You know, that guy, the hello ladies, that guy.
Like the good
And
stuff
Look
that
at your
come out
Luke
of your
Cage. Now look
computer
at me as
screens.
Luke Cage. Now look at your Luke Cage. Did you miscast? I think so. All right, more news.
This
Oh
one is
my
all
God.
Ebaz.
I want to give up. I hate reading. This is ridiculous. Batman vs. Superman has reportedly wrapped filming. Oh my God. We'll be hearing tons of news about the film over the next year before its release, even about how a certain lovable Batman character who won't be in the Batman vs. Superman because he's dead. We won't reveal it here, but it's all over the interwebs if you must know. End scene.
And scene. No, it's all good. No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about
It's
it.
like a drop.
It's fine.
It's a drop.
No worries.
See what happens?
So they've wrapped filming already.
Yeah.
That's interesting. That was fast. Are you excited at all, Eric, about the Batman Superman movie?
Absolutely not. When it comes to anything that DC makes, it usually is not very good, except for Batman. They finally got some
Yeah.
fucking awesome DC movie. I mean, like, it just, to stick those two together, it's gonna be awful. It's gonna have wonderful moments. It's gonna be nostalgic. It's gonna be great, but
Ultimately a mess.
I
That's what
want
my
to have
fear
like
is.
the lowest expectations so I can just love it when I go in there.
That's fair enough.
I think
And-
that's a good strategy.
Indeed.
Yeah. It just how many times have we seen a Superman movie where like, oh my God, this is the greatest comic book movie of all time? Not even close.
Not
Not even
once,
close.
No. Well, I'll do this one. This is so
Is it girl
boring.
news?
No, it's not, but it's so boring. I'll do fine. For all the people who care about the visual effects category of the Oscars, there are 10 movies that were comic movies that were nominated for the visual effects category for the 87th Oscars. They are Captain America, Winter Soldier, Guardians of the Galaxy, and X-Men Days of Future Past. So pretty much every comic book movie that came out this year, except for The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Aw, poor Spidey.
See, Spider-Man is like Superman and Batman. They can't get it right. Except for Batman, Jesus Christ.
I liked the first Spider-Man that Sam Raimi did.
I like the second one too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Second,
those
I
two
thought the
weren't
second
bad
was
at all.
better. Than the
I'm
first.
sorry. I'm sorry. I'm like in the not the popular decision making of this whole conversation, but I liked the Amazing Spider-Man. I liked the Amazing Spider-Man too.
It's entertaining, but I mean, I'm saying like up to like the X-Men like class and the Batman, like it's just.
Yeah.
It's been a long time. We are going to have to talk about your opinions of Thor: The Dark World, because it's been a long time since you and I have caught up.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, Eric is
He
a
was talking
big
about
Thor
Thor,
fan.
yeah.
So.
I am. I mentioned it
hero.
earlier when we all showed up on time and you weren't here.
I'm sorry. I was at a movie premiere.
No, we know.
Yeah.
We made fun of you for it.
Oh, me, on a red carpet as Chris's +1. That's right. I was his Nicole Kidman.
Hollywood premieres excuse.
He looks like Tom Cruise. It's a long-running joke.
Did you have to like squat down a little bit, or on the red
I
carpet?
carried
Chris is a
him.
little short,
Oh, okay, maybe.
but he's fun-sized. That's the worst thing I've ever said in my life.
Yeah, that was a little mean.
I love Chris. He's amazing, and I called him fun-sized.
You did.
But only
Fun-sized.
because you compared him to Tom Cruise, who's also fun-sized.
Yeah, he is.
More news.
Oh wait, our stream went down.
Oh, maybe not more news.
Fuck!
Well, hold on. Fuck balls.
Fucking fuck!
Okay.
Wagger. Am I doing that right? Is this?
naked?
Oh,
back?
and we're back. We were all naked, and we put our clothes back on.
Just in time.
So more.
More news, guys. The Star Wars comic book is coming out next month. It's expected to sell over 1 million copies.
Really?
Whoa!
And this is the first comic in over 20 years to sell in the 7-digit range. Last being Batman 500, which I have a copy of. I haven't let that one go. It's sold in the 7-digit figure. In 1992, X-Men #1 sold 8.1 million copies.
Jim Lee.
Holy crap! 8.1 million copies of X-Men #1. And I have a copy of that as well.
I got like 10 copies.
I have two.
Actually.
I have 2 copies of it, actually. Oh, no, I got rid of one of them. But yeah. But yeah, that's coming out next month. So guys, if you want a copy of that, make sure to call up House of Secrets. Let them know so they can stock up so you can get all the copies you want.
Heck yeah, House of Secrets, our sponsor. They're in Burbank, but they also have an online store, and we'll announce that again later at the beginning of the
Danger Room.
X-Mansion.
Danger Room.
X-Mansion.
Danger Room.
X-Mansion.
Danger Room.
X-Men.
All right, guys. Well, this may come as no surprise to some of you, but Stan Lee has been confirmed that he will indeed have a cameo on Marvel's Agent Carter. The episode has yet to be announced, but we will keep you in the loop. That's a thing.
That
More
is a
Stan Lee.
thing.
Stan Lee.
And stay with us. This may get a little confusing, but Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker, the voice of Joker and Hobgoblin, the trickster on Flash. He and the trickster on the Flash. You heard me right. It's said twice, reportedly, because Mark Hamill will return as a new interpretation of the trickster in CW's The Flash. Oh, I get it. He was okay in the animated version.
This is why you read
My
the news
God.
prompts ahead of time.
Okay, so if I do that again, Okay. Mark Hamill, you know him as Luke Skywalker, you know him as the voice of Joker, you know him as the voice of Hobgoblin, you know him as the trickster on Flash, and you know him as the trickster on The Flash.
Wait. You lost me. I just wanted to stop you so you had to start again.
Joker,
that good?
Hobgoblin,
Nicely done.
trickster on Flash, trickster on The Flash. You heard me right. I said it twice because he is returning as that. He's reprising that role in a new interpretation that's going to be on The Flash, the CW show. And it's reported that he will return. I said that part already. His role in the show will reunite him with John Wesley Shipp, who portrayed the Flash in the CBS show back in the 90s. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So he's now been the trickster in 2 versions of the Flash.
And did he voice the trickster? in
I'm
the
not
cartoon?
on the Justice
he actually
League
in there?
United. I'm not sure, or Justice League Unlimited. I'm not sure. I was trying to think about that earlier.
Because the screen grab that I saw of him, it looks like Mark Hamill, like the cartoon
Interesting.
version.
Yeah, the cartoon version was modeled after the John Wesley Shipp from the earlier The Flash series, but I don't know. I just hope he doesn't wear the same like ugly spray paint neon.
It'll probably be, realistic. Yeah, that's
the 90s. I just don't want to see him in that again.
Why not?
Good lord.
What if he had the beard and then multicolored beard? That'd be awesome.
Nasty. We have Krypton news.
We do.
This guy looks very, very bored.
Oh, he's gonna.
You woke him up.
Yeah.
You woke him up.
I'm glad we're entertaining you, buddy.
Well, guys, the Krypton show we reported on a few weeks ago has been confirmed. Sci-Fi and Warner Horizon Television have teamed up with David S. Goyer and Ian Goldberg to produce this Superman prequel, which will revolve around Superman's grandfather as he brings hope and equality to Krypton. The show will indeed be named Krypton, and they have even released a logo. Check out the photo right now.
Whoa, it looks like a new energy drink.
Yeah.
Krypton. It'll explode.
Looks like a Green Lantern ad.
It'll
Yeah, it
explode
kinda
in your
does.
bowels. It does, you're right.
You know, what's weird to me, I think this would make a great mini-series. I don't know about an ongoing, though.
What is it about?
They'll stretch
Let
it out
us
as
know.
long as they can.
It's going to be just like a show about Superman's grandfather
About
on
his
Krypton or
about
something.
his parents, so we should call these the Kents or something. That's
If they're starting with his grandfather, I'm sure they're hoping for the series to go even long enough for it to be about Jor-El, and then lead up to the destruction of Krypton and the birth of Kal-El. And
Well, it's sci-fi, so they got, what, maybe 4 seasons before it gets
Telebro says Krypton. That sounds like a snack.
But Dickus says, I don't think I want this.
yeah, right.
Yeah, it's a weird choice.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
I'll still watch it.
I may watch it. I thought I would watch Constantine, but I only saw the first episode, and I'm like,
Apparently 2 and 3 were not good, and then episode 4 is where it got good. So
Well, I stopped after the first.
And we have one more piece of news.
We got 2 because Jackie has something to say as well.
Oh, okay. Is Jackie in
but-
the chat?
She's in the chat.
Jackie's in the chat.
Where?
Yeah, she
Oh, she's in
added
the
some
chat.
news. Matt, I'm sure you probably heard about this.
I'm not sure what we're talking about.
The Teen Titans
Yes.
TV show is a go. It's live action, but there won't be a Robin.
What?
Which is
Yeah.
awesome,
And why is it awesome, Matt?
because Nightwing is going to be leading the team.
Wait, what?
What?
Which really leads me to believe that they are not going to do Teen Titans, but they're going to do Titans, which would be awesome, because I didn't really ever like Teen Titans. I like the Titans runs, though.
Well, I know they're going to have like 30-some-year-old people playing these characters, so they can have them, whatever age they want them to
And
be.
Jackie's clarifying it's written by Jeff Johns as well.
Yeah.
Ooh, yep.
And they've also apparently... Oh, that was for Krypton, yeah. David Goyer is supposed to be working on Krypton, so
Right.
of course.
And
So-
so yeah, the live-action Teen Titans show is going to be on TBS or TNT.
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 Because its parent company is CBS, who's doing all of the rest of stuff.
We got a couple of Nightwing haters. Chippy G, I hate Nightwing. Where's that other one? Nightwing can't lead the team. Face Poppies.
He says he's 20-something. That's right. He can't be a Teen Titan.
So I'm wondering if Nightwing's going to be involved. Are we finally going to see like a live-action Batman? When was the last time we've seen a live-action Batman? Besides the whole
Movies?
Birds of Prey
I doubt they'll bring him
debacle.
on. I doubt they'll bring him on. They're Warner Brothers and DC in general, really, really weird about that these days. About having any kind of live-action version of Batman that's not their approved Batman from the cinematic universe. Like they're weird. I don't get it.
So, we might be seeing a live-action Nightwing coming to the screen.
What?
Come on, DC. I believe in you guys still.
Just saying. That's an in-joke between him and anybody from DC that happens to be watching it, I don't think. Face Poppy says that Seth Rogen has been cast as Nightwing.
He's too busy working on Preacher.
Yeah, that'd be so
I don't
bad.
think we reported. I think last week they announced that they got the green light for Preacher for the pilot. That's going to be on AMC. So I should probably read that book before I watch the show.
All right, we have one more piece of news
Yes.
before we get into the expansion.
Yes. So guys, I'm sure you've heard that Sony they've been hacked, and it's been by Koreans.
Damn Asians.
What is the
Computers.
What is the
geniuses.
movie the interview?
Yeah, the
Okay,
interview.
so yeah, I guess Koreans are really upset that this movie coming out by Sony,
Wait,
the interview.
hold on
Yes.
1 second, because we can't. Just to save our editors some trouble.
I'm not fucked up, man.
Oh, well, if you're doing that, I'm
The
getting water.
biblioteca.
If you're doing that,
What's going on? Sit.
Go take a
Sit.
nap.
Welcome back.
Take a nap.
Sorry guys. This one's also offline.
Ah, this one's warm. Maybe there's one from the back.
Are we having a timeout?
Tiny
Are
Wonder
we-
Lopez, I should be the Red Hood.
Are we timed
Wink,
out?
wink, nudge, nudge.
Yeah, I know. Those things are always just a trap.
Probably have to work out though.
Ugh. You're right. There is nothing, but not in a positive way.
You guys all got that natural TV.
No, we've just been doing
voice
this for a year and a
for
half
whatever.
now.
I feel so out of place right now. I don't know how to do that.
Blue Huddy says.
man, you're doing good.
Oh no, not Blue Huddy. What am I saying? Huddy 8 says, "Hey Jen, Krypton will not be over quickly. You will not enjoy it, and I am not your king."
Oh, thanks.
Hey, hey, hey.
I lost
Hey.
like 50,
What's up,
50 pounds.
Marissa? Marissa's in the chat.
Yeah, in a pretty short amount of time, I feel really good. Yeah, this is the longest I've kept it on. You know, because
Alright.
normally right when I get to...
So here we go, guys.
No, I don't gain it all back right away.
And we're back. Oh, just a quick note here. It looks like Biblioteca says, "Sorry, Eric. I just think you draw the best cutter in the business, man."
He said cooter, can't you read?
Ass.
Oh, cooter.
We spelled it wrong, but I'm assuming that's what he means. Thank you,
I was
sir.
like,
You're
what is
paying
cutter?
big bucks for those. Those things are not cheap. I just sold them for $300
Nice.
for just one issue, ungraded.
Well, while we're on the subject, do you have
Of
a place
cooter?
for people? Yes, do you have?
I
Is
love that.
is there a place for people to buy your cooters? Do you have an online commission site or anything?
My cooters are very, very exclusive. I think they're available on AnastasiaCollectibles.com for now, and I think like in the future maybe Rothic.com. I'm not sure yet.
Nice.
And just to do the plug, Anastasia Collectibles is an awesome site, and you guys should definitely check it out
Yeah,
too.
they specialize in exclusives, and they definitely got exclusive cooter for sure.
Exclusive cooter.
Those they're actually very, very limited. They're usually limited to 25 copies worldwide, and that's why they get those price tags. I mean, I've seen them graded with a signature like go for almost $2,000 sometimes. Yeah, it's people pay for that pussy for sure.
But it's worth every penny. You can't put a price on good pussy.
Thank you. Right. and-
Archer.
You had to go there, didn't you?
I did. With the pseudo suit, I had to go to the Archer quote. Come on.
See what happens when you invite me to the show?
Amazing.
I wish I could show you an example.
Oh, you guys are just gonna have to go to Anastasia's Collectibles for that.
Anastasia's.
Anastasia.
I have one on my iPad actually.
Oh, well, shoot. For later in the show, guys. A wink, wink.
Stay tuned.
What's our final piece of news here?
Yeah, so guys, thanks to the Sony leaks that have been happening over the past few days, we now know that Sony is indeed in talks with Marvel/Disney to share the film rights of Spider-Man. Emails from Sony's motion picture chief Amy Pascal, if that could be
seems
right. It reveals that there may be a potential scenario that would allow Marvel to produce a new trilogy of Spider-Man movies, while Sony keeps a hold of creative control, marketing, and distribution. There are talks that Marvel does want to include Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War.
What? Nice.
Nothing concrete has come from these talks yet, and earlier reports were saying that these talks have died down. But a new report, thank you, Marissa, this is a cool shirt. Reports today reveal that the talks are continuing. Sony is planning on meeting in January to decide what the future holds for the Spider-Man franchise. So after the holidays, maybe they'll, be drunk enough on eggnog to be like, "Hey, let's just let Marvel take care of it."
Let's just do it. And go ahead.
Yeah, new reports are saying that Sony wants to do a 60-40 split. Sony having the 60, which I think is pretty fair.
Sure, why not?
You know, the one thing that worries me about this, though? Sony keeping creative control. Look at what they've done so far.
They
Yeah.
probably
really want Sony to keep creative?
They probably would just let Marvel take care of it.
Yeah, right? Just
Yeah.
let
Honestly,
Marvel.
probably
Marvel's rocking it right now. Why would Sony try and
What?
just let it go? Let it go.
I think that
What?
Sony's just going
Oh.
to take
Yeah,
credit
I know,
for
I
all of it.
understand. But we're gonna finish this out, and then I'm gonna do.
Okay.
That's it.
Well,
Oh.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't include it on the news prompts, but the leaks also were talking about how they may be working on a animated Spider-Man movie.
Ooh.
So that may be something that they. What are you looking at me for? Is my mic not working? Oh. Neo's looking at me like. I'm like, what's wrong? So.
Something on my face.
And also, because of the leaks, the Sinister Six film, the all-female Spider-Man movie, the Venom Carnage movie, they're all those rumors are true. Like, this is something that they've discussed. Unfortunately, nothing is concrete yet. We'll probably learn more in January if the leaks continue to happen.
Indeed. And
But
with that,
I gotta say, if Marvel really wants, sorry, I could talk about this forever. If Marvel really wants Spider-Man for Captain America: Civil War, they need to get him now,
Yeah.
because they're gonna start filming in like just a couple months.
yeah,
So
go get him. Go
Get him,
Spider-Man.
Marvel.
Get him.
Ugh! I totally wasn't
good one
aiming for you,
today.
Neo.
Oh, good aim. Oh, good aim.
There we go.
Stick to
It's like a
computer,
game.
man. All right.
All right, so that's the news.
Glad
Yes,
that's
and before
over.
we do the introduction to the next segment, we're all going to kick back while Jennifer finds more Infinite Crisis.
I'm gonna go take another nap.
No one else
Right.
is playing. Bye, lovely.
Bye, Biscuit.
Hopefully
No
you
one
guys
else
were-
is playing Infinite Crisis right now.
Oh, well then.
I guess we're gonna have to play.
No
You could
one's
just play a
playing Infinite
YouTube
Crisis
version
right
of one of
now?
our old videos. You could play a little version of us, which has an even littler version of you playing Infinite Crisis in the corner.
Let's do this.
Is that you better? Made a whole long conversation.
I'm nodding. That would have been meta. It would have been so meta, it's like third level meta.
Meta means geeky, right?
No.
No.
What does
It's like,
it mean?
it's like Inception almost.
Because it's us playing a video of us playing a video of
Like-
Infinite Crisis. So it would have been Inception, because it would have been like.
Within itself. Like
Yes.
Matrix. All the Matrix movies were meta.
Marissa Chastain, we did not miss your Mystique story. She was saying that her mom decided to walk in while she was watching X-Men because she's slightly underage and there was a naked blue female on her TV that didn't
yes.
go so well. So
Yes, I think she was talking about it on the X-Men page today that her parents were having the conversation like, her mom was like, she's naked, and her dad was like, she's blue. And that like ended the conversation.
Smurfs are blue.
She's naked and blue at the
Yep.
same
What the
time.
hell are we watching now?
This is Marvel Heroes, and that's X23. Suck it.
Oh,
That
hell
is-
yeah.
I like the arrow
Stripperized
pointing
version
right
of
at her
X23,
crotch.
but okay.
No,
Nicely done.
that's X23.
All right.
She's X20 slut, remember? That's her new name.
So, with that, we move right into our next segment, which is
The Danger Room.
The
Guys,
X-Mansion.
no, shut up. Just shut up. Shut up.
Whoa.
It's The Danger Room.
the expansion.
Neo, bring up the new lower thirds that I had you do.
No.
Don't look at me like that. You know we had this conversation. No, we didn't have this conversation.
Okay.
Guys,
I'm
okay,
on red
fine.
side.
I'll go
Yep.
with it.
You're on Marvel's side.
Marvel,
Yeah, we need to, we need to win tonight.
we'll step it up.
The
Shit.
current tally is 13 DC to 9 Marvel.
Bitches, they cheated, I know it.
You guys,
Yeah, they did.
This is the interactive portion of the show.
Yes, so guys, it's Marvel versus DC. It's the best of 5 rounds, and you guys that are in the chat, so if you're watching this on the Stanley World of Heroes website, YouTube channel, you're probably like, oh, Marvel, 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 or DC, DC, DC. That doesn't count. You need to,
DC,
you need
DC.
to
Watch the
tune
live
in for
show.
the live broadcast, which happens every Wednesday. Well, almost every Wednesday, because I think we're going to have a little holiday hiatus.
Yep.
But almost every Wednesday from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at twingalaxieslive.com. So you need to go to that website at that time and vote Marvel, 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 or DC, DC, DC. Yeah.
Vinster says you guys are so high right now. We're high on comics.
We're
Yeah,
not
because
low.
Guru's passing around a joint, smoking
We're
up
also
some
being
weed over
joined
there.
by OJ Peter.
Hey,
Welcome,
OJ Peter. How's it going? Body language.
Did you kill her, OJ? Did you?
We know you did.
Did you?
We know you
Body
did.
Did you?
So
So
this
guys,
guy's
yeah, it's
smoking.
Marvel versus DC. You guys get to decide who wins the week. Best of 5 rounds. If you're not familiar on how to vote, we're gonna teach you once the first round is over.
Indeed.
And DC won last week.
Which means you guys go first this week.
Yeah.
And Eric is sticking with us through the entire show. So he will possibly be doing an argument. We don't know.
If I can English.
You think in English.
Yeah.
That sounded like English. To me.
That sounded like English to me too.
Sounded like my kind of English.
And you guys can keep asking questions, and in our breaks we'll have them answer them and stuff.
Who's
He is
in
our
that
special
top right
guest.
corner? Why does she look like she's filming a scary movie?
It's like
Hey, you.
Blair Witch Project.
Hey, you nostrils.
hey, nostril.
What is your deal? Are you like, is it scented like webcam? Just like sniff a sniff over there. I like that.
This is our Skype is really filled up tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
Eric's
nice.
drawing a
You're welcome.
Yeah.
It's all that two lips talk we were doing.
Hashtag you're welcome.
Thank you. All right, you got something for us?
You
big-
should
big
take us
boy?
off, Jennifer. You should take us off.
Oh, okay. All right. Just so you know, I only read one comic book this week.
Okay.
So this is me blowing my entire
So how does this
load right
normally
here.
go? This
So you
face
don't
off?
Yeah,
want to go
so-
first? Is that what you're
I
saying?
can go first.
So guys, yeah, Eric is new to this, so gotta vote for Marvel this week because you gotta be nice.
Or just give me the rundown.
So for each round, we each get 90 seconds to talk about a comic book, TV episode, a movie trailer, something that's happened in the past week. So I'm sure Matt's trying to decide which comic book he's going to discuss.
All right.
And he's going to have 90 seconds on the clock to talk about it. Once the alarm
Jennifer's
goes, or once the alarm goes off, she's got to stop talking. If she continues to talk, she gets a penalty. Which
Okay, so what if I have not read this book?
It's fine.
It's all good.
How do I have a
Then
how do
you're
I
pretty
have a
much
Talk
as
about
good
this
as I
20
am.
minutes before the show starts.
Yeah,
how do
we're
I
throwing
have a
him right
compelling
into
argument?
it.
I don't understand how am I
Well,
supposed to
the
win.
art is awesome. And
I can art talk for
Yeah.
sure, but I mean
gonna
I'm not sure I'm gonna win.
hey, you never know.
All right.
Can I punch somebody?
We are ready when you are, Jennifer.
And I am
On
Oh,
her
wait,
knees.
wait,
Oh, my
wait. While she's talking
My mic
for
is
her 90
rubbing?
seconds, you cannot talk at all. Otherwise,
Forfeit. Damn.
she will call you out on it, and nothing will happen.
Is this better?
But you know,
See, this
she'll call
way
you
I
out.
need to know the rules.
Yeah,
nice.
so it's his first time.
It's his
Be
first
gentle.
time.
Be gentle.
Indeed. I'm hoping that my mic is okay now. You guys let me know if you hear any problems with it. And go! For round one, I'm presenting Injustice Gods Among Us Year 3, number 5. This issue is packed full of special guest appearances, as everything is with Injustice. There's a lot of characters that they're throwing into the central conflict of Superman going bananas and totally crazy with power in the aftermath of the death of Lois Lane in this alternate dimension. So it starts out with him and his cavalry here. They've got John Constantine, and they're like throwing him around and stuff. And Shazam, who is completely under the mystique of Superman at this point, he like is following his every word and stuff, decides to transport Constantine, and they're flying through the air, and the only person that can now rescue Constantine is, of course, Deadman, who does what he does best, which is to possess Shazam midair, and he takes the initiative to drop Constantine into a giant hat that Zaton has prepared to transport him away into another dimension. So all of this is fun and shenaniganery, but what's really interesting about Deadman being in Shazam's head is that he says, hey, I'm not here alone. There's this little kid here, right? So he's talking to Billy Batson, and Billy Batson is trying to convince him that Superman is doing the right thing always, and Deadman's like, well, I have control of your body, and Billy Batson's like, no, you don't, and he yells Shazam, and he turns into a tiny little boy midair, and it's hilarious. It shows how Billy is willing to sacrifice himself for a grander cause. Anywho, like I said, rife with guest appearances, including Swamp Thing, whom Batman and Constantine pay a visit to. And in the very end, I hate to spoil this, but Deadman dies and he hands the mantle off to somebody. Who? You'll have to check it out to find out.
Oh, nicely done.
Don't clap for that.
Oh, nicely done. Impressive.
Don't clap for
You
that.
have notes and everything. That's cheating.
I know,
No,
I
you-
cheated. My cheat sheet.
It's
Oh,
hard.
fuck.
You read like 30 books each week. You gotta keep notes because you gotta keep track of what you're talking about. So that's DC's argument.
Indeed.
I'll go first.
Please.
Okay. So you'll see how it's done.
I'll get like 5 seconds in.
Well, Marvel's got to counter with something. Guys, if this is your first time voting, stick around. You're going to see it's very easy, and our fate lies completely in your hands. So we need you to keep watching the comic book show. Lucas, whenever you're ready, sir.
I am ready right now.
Boom.
So guys, I'm talking about Access Revolutions number 3. So in the beginning of the story, someone wearing an X-Men costume is robbing a bank. Who, might you ask? I don't know. But the SWAT team members on the outside of the bank, they start opening fire on that person. Like, what the fuck? The person who was firing was like, uh-oh. The other guy's like, tell me you didn't miss. He's like, oh no, I didn't miss. But who would be robbing a bank? It's fucking Kitty Pryde with machine guns. How do you get better than that? Of course she is, and she's being affected by the inversion spell that happened in the Axis storyline. But she's robbing this bank, and there's a VIP person with her too. They start, SWAT team enters the bank. They start opening fire on her. Nothing's like hitting her because she's phasing the bullets right through her. She phases the door down from the vault to get inside the vault. And she says to the SWAT team members, "This isn't a robbery." And what you're asking, like, then what are you doing? Like, if it's not a robbery, 10 seconds?
30.
Oh my God. Okay. So the woman, the VIP that's with her, shoots Kitty Pryde in the head. Of course, she's phasing at the time, and she ends up shooting and killing the CEO. Kitty reveals that this isn't a robbery. The CEO is secretly funding anti-mutant lobbies. That's the reason why she's robbing the bank. The CEO dies. Kitty hands the woman some money from the vault, saying, "Now you're on camera getting paid for the murder." Kitty Pryde is badass! Man!
That concludes round 1. We are putting up for your consideration Injustice Gods Among Us Year 3, number 5 versus
Access Revolutions number 3, where Kitty is badass!
voting is open as soon as our very own dear guru deems it so.
Who is a real person, by the way?
It's a real person. Boom.
Telebro kicks it off with the first vote for DC.
All you have to do is type !vote space DC or !vote space Marvel, and you're casting your vote here at the top of round 1. Who takes an early lead? We will see in exactly 1 minute.
Get your votes in!
Wasted
Marvel.
Eagle, I think that's a new username.
Hey,
And
Wasted
Soul
Eagle.
Stealer 13. Welcome,
Hey.
guys. Welcome to the comic book show here
Welcome
on
to the
Twin
comic book
Galaxies
show.
Live.
Soul Stealer. Soul Stealer, do you know me?
Wasted Eagle's like, so.
He sounds hot.
He's not low either.
No, wait, no. Okay, yeah, you're not the person who I was thinking you are. Guys, get your votes in for Marvel because Kitty is badass.
Swamp Thing and Deadman and Constantine and Batman and Superman and Sinestro and everybody. So just
Suck
saying.
it!
Okay, we have
And Kitty with machine guns.
Damn it.
Batman with Batman stuff.
Now, guys, remember, you only have 60 seconds from the start of voting to get your votes in. So right now, you've got about 8 seconds
Oh
left
my
on the
God!
clock.
Get your votes in now!
What's up, Singularity? Welcome, welcome.
It's not looking good.
And what do we have? Ooh, DC. I've blown my
Did they
load.
win
I
again?
didn't read any
They
other
won.
comics this week.
How,
we-
what does it say? How do you know?
Right there.
green side is
Oh,
DC in this one.
shit.
The red side is Marvel, and the blue side are people who decided to make up their own categories.
That's not fair. We had like an all-star cast and 2 of them and only 1 of you.
All right, so that moves us into round
Cheaters.
2.
Oh man.
Round 2. We won the last round.
So you guys get
Hashtag
to go
humble
again.
brag, so we get to go again.
Hash Brown Humble Tag.
Humble my ass.
All right.
That sounds delicious. Ready?
I am ready when you are.
Go.
All right, guys, for round 2, DC is presenting Justice League 3000 number 12. We've never presented this book before because it's terrible, but guess what? This one's amazing. Want to know why? Because it's a Booster Gold and Blue Beetle story. Now, these are the actual great Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, not the Jaime. This is actually Ted Kord. Somehow they fell asleep in the 20th century in cryotubes and got teleported all the way into the future. Now, this is still the past for Booster Gold, but it's the far, far future for Blue Beetle, and they're wandering around like, what the hell are we doing here? Earth has been turned into a prison planet, and of course it's the old Booster Gold Blue Beetle hijinks where Blue Beetle can't stop complaining about his blood sugar and his hypoglycemia, and Booster Gold can't stop complaining that he's not famous. And then they run into this guy who's a fat version of Blue Beetle, and you're like, what the hell?
Yeah.
Turns out that Ted Kord, way back in the past, made safes that would hold his equipment until eternity, basically. And this fat guy found one of his vaults. So he upgraded a whole bunch of his equipment, and he ended up being the super scary, ultra-powered Doc Ock version of Blue Beetle. Not kidding, that's pretty much exactly what just happened. There's more hijinks and more complaining. Wonder Woman's on it for literally 2 pages, because it's a 2-page spread of her just destroying everybody. The rest of what the Justice League is up to really doesn't matter, because they only take up 4 pages of the book. It really is all about Booster Gold and Blue Beetle, and it's a great, fun story where you're back to the hijinks of the 90s. They actually reference back to the Justice League International. They reference back to the fact that Batman took out Guy Gardner in a single punch. And at the end of it, we're left with a very clever, very fun, oh shit, what next? Where basically Justice League 3000 has been hijacked by Booster Gold and Blue Beetle. So guys, really fun book. Definitely check it out at House of Secrets. It should be available on their online store for $2.99. Justice League 3000, number 12.
All right. So people in the chat saying, Booster Gold got my vote. This might win this round because Booster Gold. Raven Bold had a great Booster Gold Blue Beetle episode, but it was sad. So a lot of fondness for Booster Gold here. What is Marvel going to bring to the table to counter it?
Please don't make me do this. All I can talk about is the great movement and the story and the art, and that's not going to last 90 seconds. And I want to compare it to DC because they can try and try again, and it just never really works.
You know what? You could.
Why not?
Yeah, why not? Yeah, give it a shot.
Oh.
We'll see if we have an art crowd out there.
Well, if
All right, I can try.
If you guys want to do art for art, I will pick a book and I'll just talk about the art next time, and we can do that.
I would like to see. I mean, I can try. I'll do it, but it's going to be terrible.
No, it's not. We have faith in you.
If you
I
want
don't
And
have
even if
faith
it
in
is,
to
it'd be
wait
funny.
around, I can do something else. You need more prep time?
Not really. This is as good as it's going to get. All right. Do I have to do this?
You'll do great.
Hello, Internet.
So we're not going to make him get on the ground like us slobs here.
I like being on my knees. It makes me feel like I
Really?
can try to be in like the woman's shoes, you know?
You don't have to take the whole 90 seconds if you finish
Am I
before
in the
that.
thing? Am I in the camera? Am I-
Yep.
You look at this in the
The
middle
one
one.
up top. Yeah,
Oh,
there you
okay,
are.
here we
Perfect.
go. Hi, Internet. I'm glad you guys can see my face up close.
Let Jen know when you're
It's
ready.
not my best feature. Okay, go.
It is too. Go.
Hello, Internet. I'm an artist. I do that for a living. I didn't start reading comics until I was about 25, so I don't know what I'm doing. But over here, we can see some of the things that I've always been a Marvel fan because they just always bring great art to the table. And if you look here, you know, we got like a massive, like impactful storytelling. This entire page over here only has like 2 little specks because they always really focus on energy and storytelling and movement. And you can see here like such a massive like glow, like something like you would find in a Thor comic by Olivier Coipel. And over here you can see like coming out of the mist and the debris and everything, like very straightforward storytelling. And the composition is amazing. The character is not lost. And you can see like the pacing is really good. And like out of nowhere, these guys come up and all of a sudden like start kicking more ass. Over here the figures are really small, but again it helps show like the energy and the movement. And over here, like I said, even with something organic with like this big robot thing, you can still see very clearly, not lost the story, like this guy's going to get engulfed by this big giant metal ball. Over here it's the same thing, and like it lands, and you can even see like the facial gestures like kind of help accentuate. I don't even know what I'm trying to English here.
Who's the artist?
Some artist guy. And I can show you here, like, look, see, right here, again, a lot of energy blast, a lot of
5
movement, everything. And if you open up some random page in DC, again, very dull, very boring. Like, even if I move the page around a little bit, you can't see what's going on. So I've always been a fan of Marvel because they just always had the best art team. Boom!
Nice.
Oh, nicely
You filled up the
done.
90 seconds.
Yeah.
Talking
I
about
totally
like
used
2
the wrong
pages.
music. But,
oh man, that was exhausting.
No,
Oh,
that
you
was,
did a
oh
great
my
job.
god,
You did a
that
great
was
job.
amazing. That was great. I don't think we've ever gotten the artist perspective of these comics. We were like, the art's awesome, but we don't ever really explore why.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that was cool.
Well, to me, like Marvel just always had like top-notch artists. You know, I mean, I fell into it. Mark Silvestri, Jim Lee, you know, all of those guys. I mean, they just always had like master storytellers.
Nice. Well, here at
That's
the
round
top
two?
of round 2, we have for your consideration
Justice League Unlimited 3000, number 12.
And we have the art that was presented in All New X Factor number 17 by guest Eric Basaldua. And voting is open as soon as Guru deems it so. It looks like he
So
has
Huddy,
opened
Marissa,
it.
and Chimpy, you guys all have to vote again because you got your votes in just before we opened up voting. Wasted Eagle votes Image.
Chill. Hi,
What's up, Chill? Welcome
He
back.
says, Marvel always has the best cooters, just saying.
I'm telling you.
Is it open?
Yay,
Okay,
we miss you, Chill. All right, so it's
Get your
open.
votes in.
Getting some votes.
Greg Capullo's
Marvel
good,
is
Whoa,
but, you
Marvel
is
kind of
dominating.
See, look at
here.
you.
Holy
Look at
crap.
you.
Oh shit!
God
Butter
damn
the
it.
There's a
bean.
new
Talk
one.
about the art
Nuisance
in the
949.
Hi, Nuisance. How's it going? Lots of votes for Marvel. This is an art appreciation crowd here. Not a Booster
Oh come
Gold
on, Blue
appreciation
Beetle,
crowd.
seriously?
It was
I mean,
good. It was good.
They had the fat Blue Beetle guy and like horny Blue Beetle guy. I mean, seriously? You guys are voting
Fat.
DC just for the sake of continuity. Yeah, you guys.
And vote.
5 seconds left,
To
guys.
the teeth.
Power moves only 1,000.
2, 1. And
Voting
is
is
closed.
closed.
It's
That's
going to be
actually-
close.
No, Marvel takes it.
Do
Boom!
Let's see.
Do we? Do we?
Yep.
Oh,
It
what?
tied.
Oh, come on.
it's a perfect tie. Holy
It's-
crap.
Yeah, they were doing it just to piss us off.
Yeah, they do that all the time.
Absolutely.
Wait.
They like to see me upset.
Oh man!
That's
All
why they
right.
vote for
So
DC.
that was the tie, guys, which moves us into round 3. It's the first 3. So far, DC's the only one with the lead. It's one
Because
for
you
DC.
mentioned it, I have to bring up one panel in here. It's Booster Gold and Blue Beetle chatting, and Blue Beetle says, "Last I checked, your little robot pal was in your closet, deactivated, buried under your porn collection." Booster Gold says, "It's not porn, it's erotica." Blue Beetle says, "Hey, I sold it to you," and I say it's porn. They're so funny and goofy. in
Wait,
this,
let me see the
so-
page. Let me see the page.
There are no cooters on it.
That's
They're
the
talking
panel
about
for it.
porn, but there's no boobs on it, guys.
See,
Nope.
and again, just to flash it really quick, like you cannot focus and you lose interest because again, the storytelling sometimes is not as captivating. It's detailed and everything, but boring. Like if you move it around and you can't catch anything in that glimpse, then fail.
That's actually a fun litmus test.
So
to
without
do.
the words,
I'm not gonna lie, the art on like I said, we've never presented Justice League 3000 before, and the art on this book is never particularly good. I just thought this was a fun book because of the characters.
see, like if you move it around, you can still tell exactly what's going on. You
That's
guys cheated.
interesting.
It was a rigged vote.
Yep.
It was
Yep.
perfectly
I've been saying it.
Rigged.
I've been saying it for the past few weeks.
Can I get a refill?
It's all
of
right.
Sure,
vodka?
yeah, absolutely. Vodka.
Is this
we have,
vodka?
We have Rockstar. We have
Anything
Monsters.
with caffeine.
All right.
Oh, we have plenty of caffeine. This is
We have
Game Lounge.
Rockstar. We have. You want the
Anything-
same one?
anything- yeah.
Okay. Cool. Gotcha.
Thanks for bringing it up, Marissa.
All right.
Jeez.
All right, guys. Moves us
Thank
into round
you.
3. Do you want to go first again,
Or
or do you want Marvel? Should Marvel go? We tied it.
DC goes.
DC goes
'cause
first.
They won the last round that they won.
All right. You. Okay.
What?
Nothing.
What?
Nothing. It's just nothing. I just start noticing that every time this book comes out, you present it. Matt likes it.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, and
But I'm not muted. Okay.
go.
Okay, for round 3, DC presents Grayson number 5 with the alternate cover, the Brave New World cover, which is awesome. Now, Tim Seeley has been doing a phenomenal job of writing this story, and since we've been talking so much about art, I figured that this would be a great book to demonstrate some of DC's talent in art. This book in concept is very, very simple. There's been a plane crash in the desert. It's Helena Bertinelli, Dick Grayson, and Midnighter, who are all stuck in the middle of a desert trying to keep a baby alive. They realize from the start that they are not going to be able to make it to a town. They can try, but they won't make it. But the baby has a source of energy that Midnight wants to rip out of the baby, killing the baby, to take the energy and use it for himself. They have limited supplies, like limited water, limited food, and limited baby formula. And Dick Grayson says, no matter what, we walk. And so they start walking, and actually it's almost entirely art in this entire issue. There are a couple points where Midnighter and Dick Grayson argue, and Midnighter says, any way you cut this, you're going to lose. You're either going to run out of water, and I win. You're going to let me have the baby, and then I'm going to use it for its energy, and I win. I'm the only one who's going to be able to make it out of here. So as soon as we fight, you are going to lose. So Dick Grayson just keeps saying, okay, we walk. Okay, we walk. So they walk, and they walk, and they walk. And the great thing about this is you see Dick Grayson literally give everything up. He gives his shirt to form a tent for Huntress. He gives all of his water to keep Midnighter alive as he walks away. But he keeps the baby alive long enough to be found with some incredible art that spans this journey with them. It's a really great read. And the art is compelling, as Eric would say, that pushes you from panel to panel, story to story. So, DC presents Grayson number 5.
Do. All right, Marvel, what are you countering with here at the top of round 3?
Hang on just a second, I'm going to go talk with Neo.
We should present the logo short that Josh released. Oh. Z-Baz.
I thought that was really cool.
That's pretty cool.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
DC does not do great art, but I felt like this was one of the books that was like, this actually looks really good.
Cool. And let me know when you're ready.
Because they're more about the stories and stuff and getting the point across.
Yeah.
All right, so
this is
I
nice.
am ready.
Go.
So guys, last night the mid-season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Premiered, and oh my god, it's amazing. Now I need to rewatch the whole last season to figure out what's been happening. A lot of revelations happened. Here's a clip of the last few minutes. Play it, Neil. Thank you. Yeah.
I want a drink now.
Thank you, 30. Hey, Neo, go ahead and cut it off now. Hashtag no spoilers.
And there we go. So,
Oh, sweet.
here at the top of round 3, at the bottom of round 3, Matt has presented for Team DC Grayson at numero 5. And Lucas has presented.
The mid-season finale of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Voting is open as soon as Guru deems it so. And it is open. A minute on the clock.
Vote Marvel!
By the way,
Vote DC.
Evaz, how can people follow you in your art? Do you have a Deviant art, I believe?
He does, and I just followed him last night.
Oh, nice. I have a DeviantArt, which I hardly ever update, but I'm starting to get better at it because I'm putting out my own thing, and I got to get into the mentality of a businessman, which I absolutely hate. I hate reading. I hate typing. I hate correspondence. I hate email. I hate all that stuff. But I got to get good at it. I have a DeviantArt. It's just Ebas. It's very easy to find. I have a Facebook fan page, which someone else created and runs. It's just my name. The art of Eric Ebas, Basaldua, and a regular Facebook, and that's it.
Nice.
Oh, and you can text message. I'm very good at updating myself on that.
Nice. So you guys find him on Facebook, find him on DeviantArt, and voting is
That's it. Voting is closed.
closed. What do we
It's
have?
gonna be really close.
Oh wait,
Wait.
God damn it.
sometimes
DC takes it.
DC took it. So that's
2 DC.
2 DC.
Yeah, moving into round 4.
Moving into round 4, guys. All right. Yuck.
I don't understand why there's a round 4. Didn't you guys just sweep?
No,
No, you
it's
have to get the first
you have to
three.
win 3 rounds.
Oh, there
So-
was a tie
there
one,
was a
right?
tie.
Oh, okay.
So that,
yeah,
like-
yeah.
Yuck.
Prolong the torture. Awesome.
All our guests hate this segment. But it's the
Marissa,
most, it's the most interactive
It's okay,
segment.
Marissa. I'll make you feel better.
Marissa, you voted DC.
Shame on
Go
you.
to sleep. Go to sleep, Marissa. Jeez.
Be nice to her.
Thank you, sweet, spooky, Suki.
There's Nightwing. Taking off his shirt,
Whoa, hello, hubba hubba. Awoo.
carrying
Hello,
a baby
nurse.
through a desert because
Ryan
he's an
Reynolds?
alpha male who protects stuff. Because all women like that, right?
Yeah.
There's got to be one more panel of his. And there's his sexy back hanging out.
But where's his cooter?
Nothing.
I was drinking.
Marvel does not.
All right, guys, a pivotal round 4. Matt has something to present.
I do indeed.
And-
I read lots of books this week.
Go.
I'm good at reading.
Go.
DC presents Secret 6 #1. Yeah, baby, you guys have been waiting for this book since before the new 52 came out, and guess what? It's back in full swing, and it's amazing. Gail Simone is writing it again, so you gotta love it. Thomas Blake, aka Catman, comes back in full style. He's drinking at a bar at the start, like you do, hanging out with a whole bunch of women when a team tries to take him out, so of course he destroys them because he's Catman. Really cool, different art. Not really sure what to say about it. I think the style grew on me as the book went on, but you get some really great splashes out of it as well. He gets taken out and he wakes up in the middle of a box, staring up at a scary-looking woman's vagina. Not kidding. They make several jokes about it in the book. It's actually the ventriloquist, and it makes Catman throw up because he's not a fan. But the cool thing about this is it's an all-new team of Secret 6 members, including Thomas Blake, of course, as Catman, and Strix, because you guys have probably been wondering what the hell happened to her after her run of Birds of Prey. You guys can see all of their masks. We're also being joined by another version of the ventriloquist, the female ventriloquist from pre-New 52. The really cool thing about this book is they're all stuck inside of this coffin-shaped box, and they say, you guys have 15 minutes to tell us the secret. What is the secret? Which is actually cleverly patterned out on the book cover. Of course, they don't know what the secret is because, like all good stories, there has to be a little bit of mystery. So everybody who's involved has some form of superpower or secret thing. And at the end, they say, oh, they miscounted. There aren't actually 6 of us. There's 7. Didn't get to go as far as I wanted to go about that, but
Fail.
It's all good.
Deduct 5 points.
That takes us to -2. Or negative. Anyway, so Marvel's got to present something to counter that. We've presented Secret 6 #1. Marvel has got, I see some post-its. He's made several notes.
Yes.
And let me know when you're ready to go.
Let's just do it.
Go.
So, guys, I got Legendary Star-Lord #6. In this issue, Star-Lord gets to live out my dream. He has a date with Kitty Pryde. And in this date, he is wearing this blue tuxedo that he got from Tony Stark. They make a few jokes about it. So on this date, they go to the opera. They go to the park. They go ice skating. They go to a fancy dinner. But the whole time, Star-Lord's being hunted down by the Slaughter Squad. But he's trying to hide it from Kitty Pryde the whole time, so she doesn't get like, oh, like, what are you doing? Like, why aren't you paying attention to me? Sort of, type of thing. When they're in the park, the Slaughter Squad ends up capturing Star-Lord, and Kitty Pryde's like, what the hell is going on? Where did he go? And then they lose the connection. Oh, by the way, this is digitally. She's on Earth having the date while he's out in space and everything like that. So it's kind of weird, but it works for them. So when she finds out that Star-Lord gets kidnapped, she actually goes to Tony Stark's place, steals... Man, Kitty Pryde is such a badass. She steals this Avengers space jet, goes out into space to go and to rescue Star-Lord. And Tony's like, there's only one person who can walk through walls and get this jet, and it's Kitty Pryde. And she's like, yeah, call it revenge for the blue tuxedo. Ha ha, chuckle, chuckle. Awesome art in this book as well. Who is it? Medina. Awesome art. And this is a great book. Awesome, funny. Pick it up. House of Secrets.
Voting will commence shortly. We have
Legendary Star-Lord #6.
versus,
Secret 6 #1.
and it is open.
this is like Uno. You
minute
played
on
a
the
6
clock.
and I played a 6, and then we played a yellow.
We had blue bugs and coffin.
You got a
talk.
blue
I mean,
tuxedo?
come on. DC, really? That's what you guys got? And you guys are going to vote anyway just to piss us off. Yeah, I love coffin blue beetle talk. Seriously, fat bugs and little bugs. Oh my
Should have
god.
Eric on every week just to
I
like.
think Marvel is winning this one pretty heftily right
I mean,
now.
see, just for the principle alone, even if, I mean, come on.
That's so funny. All right, let's see.
And they're talking about the selling of porn. I mean, they just ran out. They're like the news now, right? Like this week on Blue Beetle Kardashian. I mean,
We have 10 seconds left. 9, 8, 7,
geez, thank you guys on principle alone. Come on.
4, 3. On principle alone, it looks like Marvel has taken the round.
Awesome. Before we move on, I do want to mention one other thing before about this book. They were about to kiss before he got captured, which, you know, how would you kiss
What a cock
digital?
tease.
I don't know. It's weird, but it works. And now they're finally going to be face to face. Hopefully, maybe Kitty Pryde will save him in the next issue.
How
So Marvel
romantic.
takes it in round 4. Guys, before we move
Move on to the next round. 2 very quick things. First one is the Comic Book Show is brought to you by our very own House of Secrets here in Burbank. So if you like any of the books that we presented, please, please, please be sure to check out House of Secrets online and purchase your comics digitally directly from them. And if you're ever in Burbank and you want to check out their amazing collection of back issues, definitely swing by. Second thing, it's Huddy's birthday.
Yeah.
Hey,
38.
happy
Happy
birthday!
birthday!
No,
No.
he's up in the chat.
Huddy's
He's
in the
good.
chat.
Oh, he's up on the thing.
good.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Goodbye, Power Moves Only 1000.
Bye. And I know Huddy not only watches the live show here, but also watches the Stan Lee World of Heroes cut down. So we appreciate
What a guy.
very much.
It's where we all seem smarter than we actually are.
I
And you
think
said
Marissa is trying to say goodnight, but she saes she can't leave without Lucas forgiving her.
Aww.
Aw, don't do it.
It won't happen unless Marvel wins for the week.
Oh. Throwdown.
You're
I
gonna
may
be
have
here
to
for a while,
ban you
Marissa.
from 1 million to save Wolverine.
I think that's fair. I think
So
that's
yeah,
fair.
we have two.
I have the power. I have the power.
2 DC, 1 Marvel, and
2
1
DC,
tie.
1 Marvel, and 1 tie. My goodness.
Oh no.
All right, guys.
Uh-oh. I missing
The
a book?
Marvel won, which means that you guys go first.
Oh, there's more?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
gotta get first to 3.
Just pick one that has like an Ant-Man in it, and so we can just forfeit or something.
Ant-Man.
Like a rubber ball guy or something.
Where? I'm missing a book.
A rubber band dude.
Oh, wait,
Is there
it's
one of
Behind
those?
you?
No.
Axis?
No.
Who I be? Call me trouble, man. Always in trouble, man. I'm worth a
Let
couple
me go
$100 grand.
check your
Chevy's
office
all
because-
And what does DC got? Frisbee Man or something?
Frisbee man.
It was. Oh, it's right here in the DC pile. How did
Oh.
that happen?
There we go.
How did that happen?
All right.
Gravity.
This isn't.
They're trying to
Probably
rub off on
gravity.
the mojo that they're doing.
Okay. All right.
And let me know when.
Good night, Telebro.
Oh, Telebro's leaving?
No,
Toodle.
Marissa is.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Marissa, you
Good
can't
night,
leave.
Marissa.
Marissa, you can't leave. We need Marvel votes. Do you see how ahead DC is? This is unthinkable.
Let me know when you're ready.
Unbelievable. Okay, so guys, I'm presenting Death of Wolverine, the Weapon X program, number 3. Salvador LaRocca is doing the art, so no need to mention the art because you know that the art is amazing. So guys, this team of experimental test subjects from the Weapon X program are actually searching for Sabretooth to get some answers. The guy Sharp who has Wolverine's mind in his brain for some reason. He has like conversations with Wolverine. Neuro, one of the team members, test subjects, they're a team, has found some information about Logan, and that sparks the interest of. I'm sorry, I have like Wolverine on the screen, which is distracting me. It's intrigued Sharp. He needs to learn as much as he can about Wolverine because he wants to know who is talking to him in his head. Sharp says he thinks he found Logan back. Oh my god, 30 seconds. Okay, so let's skip that. They find Sabretooth, and he starts of course, Sabretooth Sabretooth starts attacking. Wolverine's in Sharp's mind saying, "What did you think you were going to have a conversation with Sabretooth? He only fights." Sharp ends up stabbing Sabretooth, and he's like, "I'm sorry, I had to kill you," type of thing. And Wolverine's in his mind saying, "Sabretooth fucking heals." One of the team members pounds Sabretooth to the ground, but Sharp has a conversation with Sabretooth. Oh my goodness! Freaking A!
Round 5, Death of Wolverine, number 3. Is up for your consideration from the Marvel side. DC is going to counter with something sexy.
Indeed.
And
Who's that guy in the corner?
He's playing Marvel Heroes,
he's playing Marvel
which
Heroes.
I'm jealous of. I haven't
This
played
game
this.
looks really big.
It does.
It looks much better than Infinite Crisis. I gotta say
No.
that.
Matt, when you're ready, and
We can maybe open a poll later for that.
go.
Okay, I'm like here. Did you start the
Go.
counter?
Go.
Okay. For round 5, DC presents Detective Comics number 37. Now, this is drawn by a good buddy of ours, Francis J. Manipul, who does phenomenal art in this book. Like, I gotta say, this just looks awesome. It's the introduction to a new story arc with anarchy trying to take over the city. It starts off with a great little story about Jervis Tetch, who's freaking out because it's the holidays, and a lot of mentally ill people don't do very well around the holidays. Guys, seriously, my weird side story. We're not going to go into that. But it's kind of tragic because he's out searching for Alice, and Batman shows up to take him out. Again, incredible art. And takes out Jervis Tetch by dropping him through the lake that he's fighting on, where they find the skulls of a lot of his past Alice victims. They're all children between the age of 10 and 16. So Jervis Tetch is going to be locked up for a long, long time. This is the first time that we see Wayne Manor decorated for Christmas, where Alfred is trying to tell him, guys, remember, you have a choice. You don't have to be Batman. You can be Bruce sometimes. So, again, very cool. We get to see a lot of Harvey Bullock working with Batman. Again, these one-page splashes are just beautiful. I mean, you got to give it to it. That's amazing. Where anarchy has been taking over Wayne Tech's smart systems, which are the entire company is controlled digitally, and he's able to use every cartridge and fuse in the entire building to basically make the building into a bomb. And of course, what does he do? He blows a giant anarchy symbol into the side of it. All of this is just a warning for Batman to let him know that. To let him know. All of that is a warning to just let Batman know.
No, stop.
So in round 5, DC has presented Detective Comics number 37.
But more importantly, Marvel presented The Death of Wolverine, Weapon X
Would it be more
Project
awkward if I started
Program
licking
number
your
3.
hand?
Number snicked.
Thank you.
It's just ruffling around on your vest.
And voting is open. I know, I just burped too, and then you sat right into my burp.
Xander taught me how to burp.
Voting is open now, guys. Beautiful. Cool.
Oh,
So
that's
guys,
what can I see that?
Yeah, of course.
When you do your transition, you may want to mute your mic.
Oh, okay.
Because
Yeah.
it's on.
Sorry about
So-
the audio, guys.
if you happen to be tuning in right now, thank you for joining us for the Comic Book Show. It happens here Wednesdays, 9 p.m. And today we have a very, very special guest. This is Eric Basaldua. You know him as Ebaz. He draws delicious ass. I'm not
So
gonna
good.
go. You have 30 seconds to vote here at the round 5.
This is round 5.
Round 5. It looks like you have 15 seconds left. Lucas, did you read Iron Fist last week? Asks the 12
Nope,
fans.
I never read it.
And
All right, I'm gonna have to vote for Francis. I mean, not necessarily DC, but he's just an amazing artist. We were actually working together back when I think
You don't get the show, do you? You don't get the segment. You're on the Marvel side. Stop it.
I'm on the Francis Manipul side.
And it looks like DC has taken the week. If our calculations are
Yep.
correct,
Yeah,
which they
it's
always
true.
are, because Guru's manning the poll, which means we get to put the dead tally mark and we can finally move on from the X-Mansion.
Tally it away.
I think I met Francis when I was like 19 at Top Cow.
I think it was either through you or through Aspen that I met Francis.
Nah, I think it was me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so too.
DC is up 5 weeks, guys. Marvel's gonna have to do some serious singing of their arguments to catch up with that.
So much salt right now.
He's so salty.
Where's the salt shaker?
So salty. Oh, poor Lucas. All right, guys. Well,
Whatevs.
in
Whatevs.
in the fog of disappointment from Lucas, Ebaz not as disappointed because he's checking out the work of his associate,
Long-time
Francis
coworker.
Maniple, and longtime collaborator.
Oh, we actually have the same exact birthday, except 1 year apart.
Nice.
August 26th. Go Virgos.
Nice. All right, guys. This segment you are actually going to really, really like.
Yeah.
And it is...
Boobies.
Well, a lot of times it has to do with boobs.
I love it already.
Hey, let's do a boobs version of this. What do you say?
Sure.
All right, we'll
Lucas,
do
you
boobs.
gotta.
I'm more of an
Lucas, you
ass
gotta do
man,
the intro for
actually.
this round.
Alright, so guys, it's the Infinity Gauntlet. It's where you, the audience, get to decide who would win in a fight, or you give us suggestions of who's gonna fight. So, like, Red Monica versus, who else has big boobs?
Oh, we're actually doing this.
We're going to do
Well,
it
No,
in your
let's
honor.
do one of you guys first so I can get it. Like,
Well, normally what we do is we do who would you want to see in a fight, like Captain Crunch versus
Who would
Gumby.
win in a fight?
But
Oh.
instead of a fight, we're doing who's got the better boobs this time. So
Yeah.
it's up to you guys to make some suggestions. Who's got the better boobs?
let's do 1 and 1. We'll do boobs, then fight, then boobs.
Sure.
fight.
It's the Infinity Gauntlet E-Bass edition.
That's the better.
Oh,
edition.
we've already got Starfire versus Black Cat.
Oh, Black Cat all the way. Come on, she's only popular because of her boobs.
And Starfire's
That
got
is-
those little strips. she doesn't even have a full chest thing.
No, she's all about the hair, and Black Cat just literally just
Yeah,
like
Yeah.
Power Girl. Literally,
Definitely has double B's.
I agree. I vote for
That's a
Black
no
Cat as
contest.
well.
Okay.
I mean, like,
she flaunts it well.
Starfires are on fire.
And they're orange.
not on fire?
They're orange.
What?
Like she's got like a bad like.
Jennifer, do you even know where
Kardashian
boobs are?
Not here?
This is her hair that's behind her back.
Oh, no, but I mean,
Her
like...
boobs aren't on fire.
But it looks like she's on fire because it's behind her. It looks like it's all framed up with the fire.
The Comic Book Show here on Twin Galaxies Live every
No, but
Wednesday.
I think he's right. He said it definitively. Black Cat is pretty much known for the good
Hands
dog
down, nice try with your argument, but no.
Okay, well, if we're switching to a fight, because we wanted to do 1 and 1,
Yeah.
Huddy's, for his birthday, he wants to do Aquaman versus Namor.
Okay, all right. So
And then we'll
happy
go back to
birthday-
boobs.
Happy birthday, Huddy. I think Aquaman has better boobs. No, he's
What? Namor runs around topless. You suck at this boob conversation.
Yeah.
You're just failing left and right.
But what about when Aquaman had the one steel bra and the other side was exposed?
Oh, that was
the hook
that was-
hand?
Yeah.
It was
yeah,
to breastfeed.
He was looking like a man woman though at the time.
He had the long hair and the hook. And
Well, let's
It was
do
worse when he had the
killed
hair but
babies
not the
with his hook
beard.
when he
Yeah.
tried
let's
to
do
breastfeed them.
a serious fight, guys, for Huddy.
Okay, Namor versus Aquaman.
Tell us about Aquaman. Tell us about Namor.
All right, Aquaman is the current king of Atlantis. He has been king off and on. He's half human, though. At least he was pre-New 52. I'm not sure anymore. King of Atlantis, he can travel to the depths of the ocean. He has psychic abilities, not just limited to fish and sea life, but mostly primarily fish and sea life. Because he can survive at the bottom of the ocean, he's super dense. He can take a ton of hits. Bullets bounce off of him. He also is apparently able to generate enough speed coming out of water to temporarily fly, but it's more like jumping, and then he's got his trident, it's his main weapon. We're using the new one, so he doesn't have the hook hand. And he is a member of the Justice League of America, so if that counts for anything.
How about Namor?
So Namor, it's pretty much the same thing. Like, this is why I think the fight would be a draw. But Namor, he's a mutant. He's actually the first mutant in Marvel Comics. He has little wings on his feet to help him fly. He wears a Speedo 99% of the time. He's a member of the X-Men. He's been a member of the Avengers. He's a team whore, just like Wolverine. He started out as a bad guy type thing. Well, not started out, but he's kind of a bad guy for like the Fantastic Four because he's all about Invisible Woman, trying to get into that, but you can't find it because she's always invisible. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be a draw.
Can I add something?
Yeah, add as much as you can.
I think that this kind of gives them the edge. First of all, Aquaman is orange, like the gayest color of all time. No offense to any gay people. And Namor, he's got the pointy ears. That's just like
Yeah,
a totally
Yep.
like player type, feature. And he is a player. He's always getting the girls. He's always getting wives to cheat on their husbands and like
He had an affair with Emma Frost.
taking them back to his lair and
Yeah.
seducing, Invisible Girl. I think that he should win just on the skills alone. I mean, he shows up like what once every 2 years, and he's still just rocking the chicks. You know what I mean?
So do you think that would help him win in a fight against Aquaman, though?
Yeah, he probably
Suki's taking
confident.
off, guys. Good night,
Bye,
Suki.
Suki.
Oh my. You know what? This is a pointless type of thing because DC will always win because they have the older characters and they have the bigger fan bases.
Oh, but this is a
across the
question
board.
of if the companies didn't exist and we just had the characters fighting each other in a fight.
Fight to the death.
A fight to the death, who would win?
Fight to the death. It's
Oh.
always going to be DC just by default. I say this is.
Well,
I say Namor.
Can Namor actually fly? Like in the sky, he can fly.
Yes.
Okay,
Namor can
but
fly.
does Namor have telepathy?
I'm not sure about that.
I think so.
12 Bench says Namor would try to take Mera and it'd infuriate Aquaman and he would destroy Namor. And plus, no one likes Namor.
It's Namor.
They will once the movie comes out.
Probably true.
Yep. Just like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Well,
like
I'm gonna
Guardians of
go
the
against
Galaxy.
DC. Eric made a pretty convincing argument. I'm giving it to Namor. He's apparently the better player.
Thank you. Well, seriously, I mean, sitting there just mojoing his shit. You know what I mean? And I think that if we're gonna do characters, we shouldn't pick two identical characters. We should pick two that are a little bit more different, like
Well, it's up to
Joker and Wolverine or some shit. You know what I mean?
That's interesting.
Well,
But back to
Joker will win that
boobs.
one because Wolverine's dead.
But back to boobs, guys. Supergirl's
boobs versus Catwoman's boobs.
Ooh, those are both itty bitties. That's a good one.
Catwoman.
Itty bitty.
I like itty bitties. They're very natural.
She's aerodynamic.
Catwoman's
Supergirl's
pretty
boobs are going to
top-heavy.
win because they're
I would go with
Impenetrable.
Catwoman.
Yeah.
They're made out of steel
made
nipples.
out of, yeah, they're like impenetrable. And stuff.
Oh, you know what? I think
Oh.
Supergirl takes it. Supergirl could like carve her like a thing in like a piece of glass. Like
You guys-
Catwoman couldn't do that.
nipples are
I
so
got
hard.
really confused because you guys are saying who has the better boobs, and in my head I thought whose boobs would win in a fight against each other. So I was like, Supergirl's boobs, because they're. Oh, wait a second, that's not the conversation we're having.
Just like a woman. That's crazy. Well, let me think scientifically. Which one has the better vagina?
Well, who has better boobs in general to look at aesthetically? Catwoman has some pretty good boobs.
I think that we should add that superpowered boobs. You know, like if Supergirl was pregnant, she could squeeze milk just right through the baby's head.
Oh
just-
man, that would kill the baby.
You know, I mean, those are some superpowered boobs. I mean, based on what you're saying.
Right through the baby's head is what you said.
Well, isn't that true? Just right through that.
I guess so. Just
Was that too much? Oh, that would be pink lemonade because red
Oh
and
my
white just mixed together a little bit.
The comic book
Good
show
comic show!
for all ages, not just for 8 and 12-year-olds.
We're in late night right now. We can say stuff like that.
Should I stop?
Well,
No,
let's go with Catwoman.
Catwoman's
Catwoman.
boobs are better.
I think Catwoman's boobs are bigger. I
They're
think Catwoman's
bigger,
boobs
for
are
sure.
better.
I haven't seen
Plus,
the
with
yet.
Supergirl's costume these days, she's got the neck all the way up to here and
Can't
the weird
even
arm.
see them.
Like she's
It's
wearing
the
long
same
sleeves
thing
these
with
days.
Catwoman except the video
Yeah,
game
but she
one.
always unzips.
Yeah, she's got to air them out.
Just the video game
No,
version.
because like every artist ever draws her with her getting into her
That's
suit.
just
Chill
to make more
makes-
money.
Chill makes the best point ever.
Which
You
one
know,
is
this
Chill?
conversation completely depends on the artist drawing the
This
boobs.
is true.
It is
If
true.
I was drawing it, all the boobs I drew would win.
That's true.
Every single one.
He would definitely.
Can I
But
show the
Eric's
camera?
boobs versus
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Adam Hughes' boobs.
Ooh, Adam Hughes is the boob master. There's no
master.
Who
contest.
against?
Adam Hughes
Adam
versus
Hughes.
Eric.
So
for
can we
boobs?
show nipples on this thing?
No. Can
No.
we?
We could show. We just can't have it be in the cut down.
Oh, you know what? We were talking about Black Cat. Look.
Yeah.
Can the
Here,
camera see
hold it
this?
up, hold
Oh,
it
you
up.
gotta hold them up.
Look at those boobies. Am I right?
Yeah. Let me frame them up
Yeah,
here.
it's just they're just seeing light.
So I'm
True.
drawing these boobs, and tell me you wouldn't vote for them titties. Hold this. Turn it. Turn it. It's on an angle.
Yeah.
She's having a hard time.
There you go.
She's having a hard time with the
Hello.
boobs. They're too heavy for her.
Those are boobs by Ebaz.
Black cat.
Black cat
It
boobies.
Pretty amazing. Pretty spectacular. Wouldn't it be a super baby? Good point. Soul Stealer's saying, like, wouldn't the baby be a super baby and therefore able to take the super lactation coming from the super boobs?
Well, no, because the baby's density would be a lot smaller. Right?
It's true. It has not
Yeah.
had enough time to absorb the solar energy.
I completely agree. So no, dead baby. Sorry.
Can Kryptonians?
Strawberry milk for the win.
Chill votes boobs.
Wheels have officially fallen off.
More boobs.
All right, so we did boobs. Now we're going back to a fight, right?
Let's go back to
Yes.
the fight.
I saw
Superhero
that.
fights.
Nice.
Any
Strawberry milk.
suggestions?
Yeah, guys. So Huddy says Cassandra Cain versus Barbara Gordon. Ugh. In a fight, Cassandra Cain.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, in a fight, Cassandra
Yeah.
wins for sure.
Yeah. Pretty much against anybody.
Todd Roy versus Deadpool in a fight.
What about Lex Luthor versus Iron Man?
It's been a while, yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while since we did that. Let's do that. It's
Oh,
an
if it's
eBAZ
been done,
edition.
then
No,
forget it.
because I mean we've been running for a year and a half, so at this point,
You've done everything.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Howard the Duck or Rocket Raccoon?
Oh, that's actually surprisingly been done as well.
Yeah, recently.
Jesus, you guys are good. Holy shit.
Yeah, people are really good at coming up with matchups and stuff.
Wow, I give up.
But Dickus goes dead baby, sorry. He quotes you.
What happened?
But Dickus wrote dead baby, sorry. He was just quoting you. Mixie versus Deadpool. Interesting. Because they both kind of don't operate exactly on this plane of consciousness.
Deadpool would win because Mixlex is more annoying.
I think I agree. Just because I think Deadpool would be able to trick him into saying his name backwards in like 0 seconds flat. Because
Yeah.
Deadpool's logic just override. Like
Yeah, he would.
Mixopitlick is crazy, but Deadpool is a whole other level of crazy. So.
Spawn versus Carnage.
Ooh.
That's good.
Which one?
All right, we'll do.
Spawn versus Carnage.
We'll do
Yeah, I like
Vetak.
that one. That one looks really
Vetak makes the suggestion of Spawn versus Carnage. All right, Vetak, we'll
Let's
go with
go
that.
for it.
Yeah, well done. I'm gonna vote Spawn.
Yeah? Let's for the uninitiated, let's give a little bit of backstory. Spawn is
He's been to hell. His costume is organic too, like a symbiote as well. I believe he can control his cape and the chains. The chains would probably even strangle him and choke him from afar,
nice.
and probably stab him with his cape or something like that.
Spawn also has that Hellfire thing, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
I think Spawn can make any weapons out of his Hellfire, and he can. If I'm thinking of
I think
Soul Calibur 2.
It
the
costs
crossover.
him some of his energy or life or something like that, so he can't do it all the time. But I think he can.
In
then-
Carnage?
Cletus.
That's all I got.
So yeah, Cletus, he's like a serial killer, and you know he's attached by the symbiote, offspring of Venom, Carnage. I think he has the same weaknesses as Venom with the sonic,
Yeah.
sounds
He
and
can be
fire
vibrated
and everything
apart.
like that. So he does have some weaknesses, but he's fucking nuts. And guys, the comic book right now is so good.
The artwork is amazing.
Yes, and it's hilarious. He's so hilarious. I never knew how hilarious Cletus
Carnage
is.
can be.
But
Yeah, so what do you think?
he
Who would
makes
win?
sharp things. He can, he's nuts.
I want to do this Huntress versus Hawkeye, just because Hawkeye is so gay.
Fun.
All right, we'll take Huntress versus Hawkeye, but real quick, finishing out, my vote goes for Spawn.
Oh, I vote Spawn.
Is that broken?
I vote Spawn
Yeah,
for
it's all
sure.
broken.
What's up?
My shoe broke.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Wop wop.
Yeah,
Spawn Carnage.
I'm going for Spawn.
I don't know much about either character, honestly. I've been reading a little bit of Carnage when I was doing some, and he is pretty funny in there, but I read Deadpool versus Carnage, and Deadpool wiped the floor with him, like, generally speaking.
Oh, then Spawn kicks his
so
ass
I
all
would
the
think
way.
Spawn, yeah, just
Yeah.
by
Is this a
Transit
unanimous?
property or
Have we
something.
first time
Yeah.
unanimous?
So I think it's pretty unanimous.
Yeah.
You're coming down with Spawn too.
Yeah.
All
So
right, Spawn
Vetak,
wins.
there you go. We all believe that Spawn would win it.
Has it happened
Unanimous.
before where everyone all voted the same guy?
I think,
Yeah,
but usually for
yeah.
things like Superman versus My Little Pony, where everybody's like, My
Oh,
Little
wow.
Pony is just done. So,
Right.
yeah,
I like-
but good question. That was a good one.
I
So
like-
you want to do?
I like Thor versus Thanos. I mean, I think Thor is a very highly underrated character. I mean, highly underrated.
Well, you know Thor pretty well. So we'll put attack in the Huntress and Hawkeye thing. We'll come back to that. Let's do Thor versus Thanos.
Okay.
So give us some background on Thor.
There's a lot of things that people don't know about Thor. Like, Thor has his natural birthright power, And that's just, I mean, like lightning and obviously his super strength. But what a lot of people don't know is that Thor can ask for permission from Odin, like back in the day, like to summon power from any Asgardian character. And a lot of people don't know that.
Oh,
and
interesting.
there was a couple of issues where he was up against the celestial beings. I mean, like that's like Galactus level characters. And I mean, like I think it took him like 4 issues to finally get there. But I mean, the guy actually did beat him at the end. I mean, Madrono was like half broken and he was like half dying and everything. But like he asked Odin again, like to summon all the powers of Asgardians in one blast. Or something like that, like towards the very end. Like he got into the guy's brain and like all this other stuff. And again, highly underrated. I mean, because again, natural birth power, and Odin can grant him all this other infinite power. And like I said, he's always the first guy to be taken out in every comic book. So that really, really upsets me because he's never given the right chance. Like just like the Hulk can get stronger and stronger, so can Thor. In a toe-to-toe fist fight, even the Hulk back in the day was afraid of Thor. The Hulk was only afraid of like 2 things in like the entire universe, and Mjolnir was one of them. He's even walked away. He's like, I will not fight puny man with hammer. You know what I'm saying? And just left because he was literally scared of that thing. Because pound for pound, like punch for punch, Thor, like he's got eons and eons of fighting experience. He's a Viking warrior. I mean, like that guy can just punch and punch. Like he could beat Superman. Like he can pummel him to death in a toe-to-toe fight. Just pure brute strength.
Nice.
Well, I don't know much about Thanos.
Me neither. Let's Google it.
Okay. I know
Thanos is more of like a dark side level character.
Yeah.
Again, like based on just like stats and like history and stuff like that, Thanos wins just because of, he's one of those more like celestial type.
Well, but you said that Thor has fought like Galactus level. So
yeah, he's
Thor's
fought
gotta be able
Galactus.
to
He's
fight
fought the
Thanos.
Destroyer. Again, the Celestials. That's actually what they're called.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like those guys were like on the meeting board or whatever when they like created like universes and shit.
Well, see here, like I didn't know that about Thor. I didn't know that he could summon the power from the other Asgardians.
Yeah.
And I'd have to think that if Thanos ever tried to invade Asgard, he'd get his ass handed to him.
I believe so. Yeah.
Which makes me think that Thor stands a pretty good chance at this fight.
I think he stands more than a good chance. And again, it depends on who writes him. That's always what it comes down to. Because in any story like Superman versus Thor, Superman will win just by default, just hands down. Superman cannot lose that fight. But I know for a fact that he would get his ass handed to him because one of Superman's biggest weaknesses is magic, and that's all that Thor is. If Superman doesn't stand a chance.
Interesting.
And that would piss off everybody. What?
I don't know that anyone's ever made such a compelling argument for Thor before, because people just assume the only thing that any of us laymen know about Thor is hammer,
the movies, and
strong guy, hammer dude, hammer guy.
Yeah. All right. What does Google got?
So Wikipedia says that Thanos has the abilities of superhuman strength, stamina, durability, longevity, genius level intellect, energy manipulation, telekinesis, and he can teleport. I didn't know this. He can teleport. And if he has the Infinity Gauntlet, he's pretty much unstoppable, except for when he gets stopped.
But he doesn't have the Infinity Gauntlet, so.
Yeah. So.
Who's this Lemons guy? Yes, it is. Superman has a weakness, and one of them is magic like Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Read your comics,
Well,
Lemon.
what Lemons is saying is that he's susceptible to it like anybody else, but it doesn't, just being near magic doesn't affect him like being near
back in the
kryptonite.
day, like if you read far back enough, yes, it was one of his weaknesses. I mean, shit changes. The Hulk had a weakness, but like everyone kind of like ran with that whole, the angrier he gets, like, and they just made it infinite like power. You can only get so mad. It's ridiculous.
You can only get so mad before you don't give a fuck anymore. So where's that version of Hulk? He's just
Steelers, thank you.
Never mind.
So Thanos can absorb and project vast quantities of cosmic energy and is capable of telekinesis, telepathy, and matter manipulation.
Interesting.
Thanos is an accomplished hand-to-hand combatant.
But so is Thor. With he's a hand to hammer.
Sweet,
guy.
like Thor is very much like an equivalent to Wonder Woman. Like, I mean, not only is she strong, blah blah blah, whatever, but she's just a badass at fighting. She's a warrior. She's an Amazonian warrior. Like, that's all she does.
Nice.
you know, and Thor's got one of those like nobility, like honor type things. He will not stop until he's won or completed his quest. He will give his life to save some planet because there's a special plant on it or something. Like, I mean, again, that kind of honor. That's why, you know, whoever is worthy or whatever can hold and possess a hammer of Thor. Like that kind of the mentality that goes into the fight. You know what I'm saying?
Let's cast some votes. What do you think?
At this point, my vote's going for Thor.
Yeah, you've made a compelling
yeah.
argument.
Boom. That's the only thing I got.
He's brought the Thor. He's brought the hammer down.
Boom.
And Duke Nukem says Thor is the best.
Yeah,
So,
he is.
You've
Shit.
converted a lot of people here today. We only have 3 minutes left, and with 3 minutes, we might as well go into the Watchtower. This is just where we talk about anything. So if there's something that you guys really, really need to know in 3 minutes or less, we will discuss it.
Well, yeah, I want to ask real quickly, because it's been so long. Eric, what are you up to these days? What are you working on?
Is this part of the 3 minutes?
Yeah, absolutely. Don't feel rushed, but, you know, 3 minutes.
You know, actually, I've been drawing comics my entire life. It was my first job out of high school. I was 18 when I first got hired, 19 when I finally went in and started drawing stuff, and I've been doing it ever since. And I'm very happy to finally say that I'm putting out my own thing. And it's a bizarre concept. Like, if you guys try to imagine what it's like to be able to look at a blank piece of paper and be like, I could literally draw anything that I want without any kind of editing, any kind of rules. And I'm finally doing that with my book. It's called Mojo, because, you know, Mojo, that's where it all comes from, like the...
Nice.
Yeah. And it's just going to be like a compilation of a lot of my art and behind the scenes stuff and short stories from all of my friends. You know, like I'm having people like, you know, maybe dress up in a costume and then write like a little blurb or a story about anything. And I just want it to be kind of like what this is, just a bunch of people getting together and just doing comics.
Nice.
You know, so, and that's kind of what I'm doing. Like I said, my issue 1 should be out like next week or so.
Awesome.
So it's taken almost 15 years for me to finally put out my own thing. And it's kind of a dream come true. And hopefully, like, that'll last me till I'm in comics. You know, it's an ongoing thing. It's going to be issue 1 and all that stuff. So I'm very excited about it.
Where can people
get
check
it?
out issue 1?
Well, there's no preview of it online yet. Like, I'm still trying to figure it out.
You said it's coming out next week, so where can people get it?
Yeah, Anastasia's Collectibles is going to be hosting the sales. You know, they got all the information. I don't even know how much the books cost, but like I know that they're limited to 25 copies is really expensive, then it's limited to 125 copies, and then so forth. So they have different price ranges. I can give you a ballpark, I guess, if you want, but Anastasia Collectibles is where
And
to
guys,
get it.
I have seen the inside of this guy's studio, and he is just full of amazingness that you guys should definitely check out. I have no doubt that this book is going to be incredible. So.
1 minute remaining.
Whoa. That sounds like the Halo voice guy.
That was the Halo
It was
voice.
the
We
Halo
ripped
voice
it.
guy.
Sweet.
I know, back rockets on
Right.
boarding. Oh man,
Yeah.
this is one of the
That's
first
where I
things that
know
we
it
used to
from.
play.
Yep. So with only
suck at
40,
Halo.
40 minutes left, we got to thank Ebaz for joining us here as our special guest, doing the entire comic show with us.
It was a pleasure.
We are-
He tied his round too.
He
Jumbo done,
did.
sir.
Nicely done.
Contributed something.
Nice. And we're all converted to the powers of Thor. And on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. PST is when we do this show every single week. We talk about the comics from the past week, so you have the entire week to get caught up, to join us on the show and be part of the discussion. Make sure you catch the bite-sized episodes on Stanley's World of Heroes every Monday. And with that, thank you for watching. Bye. Toodles.
See you guys next
Vote
week.
Marvel next week or I quit.